it. I like.
Are you wearing a kilt, sir? You fucker. What?
All right, Jake, we are live.
Cool.
Let me get some.
Cool.
Let me hold on. Some tasty tunes. I feel like I'm maybe a little symmetrically off. There. What are you looking up, Jake?
Just you're looking up. It's a secret.
You're contacting some friends?
No. I have no friends.
Oh, I know.
God damn you. Do you have that prepared?
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Trade Skills episode 212. I am Bumyo. This is Jake. And we're some goofballs. What's going on, Joseph? Mac, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. Just like it says, International Hobbit Day, which is technically the 22nd. So we're a couple days off, but we thought, we're like 3 days off, right? A few. But it didn't line up with our Monday, so here we are. The same with Oktoberfest, We were a couple days after Oktoberfest, but we thought we'd find a way to celebrate it with you guys.
All right. I have like 40 different ways to cheers in Hobbit speak.
We'll pour up a beer, and then I've got a great one.
You have a great cheers already?
Yes.
Well, fuck.
Pour up a beer. And today, guys, we're going to be celebrating everything it is to be a Hobbit. I hope you guys like...
God, we sound so incredibly lame.
Yes, I hope you guys enjoyed that picture that I took all that time editing. Jake hates it, but...
Fuck.
It's a remnant. It's a relic.
I don't like all the photos. It doesn't look like me. It reminds me of a time in my life where everything was lame.
Well, you had a house. You
Get the fuck out of here.
You lived in that the house has burnt down since.
Get the fuck out of here.
All right. Currently, we're drinking High Rock. This is from Living Waters Brewery, and it's a lager. And I got it because, it looks like a rocky dwarf.
Hobbits like rocks.
They do. So here, I'll show that.
Brandon,
it looks like a dwarf going in the battle.
I gotta be honest. We're on the verge of being
No, we were already
Cringier than our
cringy.
cat episode.
No, we were already cringy.
No, I mean the cat episode was not as cringy. As cringy.
No, it was pretty cringy. All right, Jake, let's
listen,
cheers
bites.
this one. You ready?
I hate you. I hate you.
All right,
That's
then,
good.
keep your secrets.
I'm gonna like fucking slap you every time you do this.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. No, that's okay. That's fine. It's not that bad. Maybe not that bad. We do look like we're in like the perfect setting for D&D. We really should be playing D&D right now.
And in the darkness, fight them.
Okay, Brandon.
Back to the show, Jake.
You're a bard, right?
What's funny though is I always choose bard, but I'm not a musician at all.
You're a hobbit.
I
bard.
always chose bards because I like the buffs they gave.
You're a level 1 hobbit bard.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man. Putting me at level 1.
Now a level 0.
It doesn't exist.
You can stay level 1. But yeah. So no, level 0 exists. You can have negative levels. So you just lose. You just get a -1 in all your stats. And it's called a negative level.
Why?
So it's like an ailment that can come upon you. So
But you actually won't have. It's an ailment, but it's not like an actual level. It's
I know
it's a
it
dampering.
effectively is. It's basic. You lose 1 point in everything that you gain in
Temporarily.
a normal level until it's cured, but it does not get cured by like resting or anything. Like,
Right. So it's
you have to like basically find like a high level wizard. To
it's
cure
like
it.
somebody
So it's a big
using
problem.
some kind of magic to make it to where your maybe intelligence or something like that is lower temporarily.
Right.
Maybe you're like a 10 instead of a 12 or something. You know, it's temporarily. Your intelligence is still
Well,
there. You
it's-
just some stupefy hits you, and
I mean, permanent negative levels are a thing in D&D, and they suck.
and it could be a -0
Yes.
or just a 0, I guess.
well, because level 1 is like
You exist.
level 1 is the thing with that is you have like 10 whole points in each a minimum in each stat, which makes level 1 way higher than a single level.
So what would an NPC be?
I mean, a lot of them are like
At least level 1.
not necessarily. A lot of them have. I don't know. It's complicated, man. It's an arbitrary thing. So this is boring to talk about.
Anyways, we're getting into the beer. I'm drinking this out of a Chimay glass.
Oh, you?
So always fun, yeah. This thing's driving me crazy. It just keeps grabbing my sleeve.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'll just do that. It's
Right.
a little unorthodox, but you know, it's whatever. I honestly I didn't have any kind of like Gandalf outfit, but I did have a monk outfit. So here we are, and I took the picture with this. So it's the hat from our V for Vendetta Guy Fawkes Day. And you know, if you take it kind of back like that, I mean, without looking like a fucking hipster, you know, there might be a point on
look
the back
Amish?
of this. There might
look
be a
like-
point on the back of this hat. Who knows?
No, you look like you look Yiddish. You really do.
yeah, just a little Hasidic Jew.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I got
yeah.
my I got my little swirlies. I mean, yeah, okay. All right.
You look like you're making fun of somebody. It's terrible.
Well, I'm
Nah,
not.
I'm just kidding. It's all right. It's okay.
Anyways, let's drink some more.
Not really.
All right, so 1973 was when The Hobbit was written. Hobbit Day is a day when people are supposed to get together. It's September 22nd, Hobbit Day. Celebrate Bilbo and Frodo's birthday, but then, cakes, teas, wine, ale. I mean, we're taking part of that. Invite a large crowd, which we have not done that. Hobbits come from big families.
I need you to give me.
Read from the trilogy or make a big speech. That's where you come in.
Me?
Yes, a big Hobbity speech. You need to use ChatGTP
I will
to
give you-
write a
I will give you a
Hobbit-style
I will give
speech.
you a Hobbity riddle.
Be
Okay.
merry, dance, provide music. We have the music, so we're gonna be merry and dance later.
Let's just look. I gotta be honest. If I'm gonna get really into this, I just need to drink. Okay. So.
Okay.
Cheers, goddammit.
Jesus. This is a thin glass, sir, and we've only got one Chimay glass
He's
left.
invincible. What happened to the other one?
I have no idea.
I suppose 'tis the fate of glass to break.
Yeah, I mean, we used to be able to get glasses like this at warehouse pretty often. You could just buy the
Order,
glasses.
like a case of that on eBay for probably cheap. So.
Eventually, I want some of this organized behind us, and I want all these like stemmed glasses to be hanging upside down, where we don't even have to go in there. We can literally just pull it off the shelf and drink out of it, and it'll look nice in the background as well.
Right.
Welly, welly, well.
Right.
So, are you writing us up a?
If I do a Hobbity speech, I'm gonna improv it myself, man. Cause like.
Dude, ChatGTP is gonna write an amazing.
I don't know, man. It's so lame though.
It is. It is.
And it's like, and you can't like.
I don't know. We've gotten some funny stuff from ChatGPT.
Yeah, but it takes like it's like 1 in 10, and you have to like really prod it, you know?
Yeah, it just starts to
And-
add a lot of astral and spectral and what was the words it kept
Oh, I
using
kept
so
using
often?
cosmic. Annoying. And then it like denied that it was doing it.
We're like, please never use these words again. Cosmic,
I like-
astral,
Yeah.
celestial.
It didn't listen at all.
It did
I
not.
just used it less slightly, but only like one time.
Yeah.
And then it was like fully doing it again.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like us trying to get rid of Mr. Steam. As much as you try
Well, right.
to
yeah,
put
no,
an AI is stubborn. As much as you try to have it bend to your will, it does not do so.
Yeah. I remember Mr. Steam. He's a cool cat.
Would you say you're a pretty big Lord of the Rings fan or just Tolkien fan?
I mean, it's just, it's ringsy.
Ringsy?
Ringsy.
What does that
I
mean?
like circles.
Okay.
Let's-
I read the books because I like rings.
yeah.
And I heard it was a story all about rings.
Circles. Do you know what a square with round edges is called?
With round edges.
Yeah, a square, round edges. It's called.
So it's still a square. It's just like this, correct?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it can't be a square because all of its sides have to be the same, and its
Right.
points have to come together at a 45-degree angle, or 90-degree angle.
Okay. Maybe one guess, 2 guesses, 3 guesses.
It's called a hobbit.
No, alright. You're not even gonna try, then it's fine. Alright, so a square with round edges is called a squircle. I'm not even kidding. Like, look.
Square circle.
Square with rounded corners. A squircle.
Squircle. Square circle.
It's very, very annoying. Wouldn't you agree?
Squircle? I'm not bothered by it.
It upsets me that exists.
I'm not bothered by it. It is, it is what it is. What you doing over there, Jake?
Just reading more about squircles. I hate them. I hate them. Sorry. I really do hate them.
So, what are some of your
I
earliest experiences with Lord of the Rings?
Probably watched in high school.
I mean, it was pretty profound as far as in the nerddom
Yeah, it's
world.
nerdy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely nerdy. Did you like the show, the Amazon show?
It's good.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't- I
had
did not-
moments.
I didn't like it until like episode 4, but then I liked it.
And then the big reveal at the end, and you're like, just
Yeah.
like, all right. I
It
see
took me
you.
a minute. I really didn't
I
like
see
it
you.
until like episode 4.
Yeah, I mean,
But then I was pretty into it.
cinematically, it was very pretty. It was very pretty from every frame is beautiful.
The story didn't interest me until like 2 or 3 episodes, I guess, and then it got good. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, then I was pretty obsessed with it until I finished it. I mean, I watched, like, I got like, the whole thing probably ran like what 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
And it got bad reviews. Like I don't know that they're gonna make
like
anything
the first
else.
like 3 hours, just like I don't care. And then like and then I watched, and then like as soon as I get into it, I watched the whole remaining like 5 hours in one sitting. You know.
But it didn't do well. It didn't do well. So I don't think they're gonna make a
You
season
don't
2.
think so? I thought they were.
They might, but it was pretty hated. But you know, fandom.
I don't know. I mean,
Extreme fandom is one of those things. So like
2024, baby.
people probably won't come out until okay.
Yeah.
So people
this
hate
film's
things
finished.
like people hated the prequel Star Wars series, right?
Well, they don't. They hated them like initially.
No, they hated it for a long while. They
But I
hated
don't think
Hayden Christian.
I really don't think they hate it nearly as much now as they did.
No. They love it now, but they hated Hayden. Everybody still hates Jar Jar, but they hated Hayden.
And
And he got a lot of hate. He got hate letters. He got hate mail. I mean the original
terrible,
the kid
Jar Jar Binks
original.
he doesn't even exist anymore. Like,
Well, he's a dark Sith,
I mean, like,
but
like,
he
I mean, like he actually like as a thing does not exist. Like he's not even a real thing.
they've removed him from the canon
No.
because he was hated so much.
No, I don't think.
But the original
Did they?
guy the kid who played Anakin, I mean, he had a really hard life because the prequel series was hated so much, and he was a child actor and he got a lot of shit. But I mean, nobody hated. So I don't know. It's weird because nobody hated Qui-Gon or Darth Maul. They were like, those guys, bad motherfuckers. We
Darth
love
Maul
them.
is awesome.
Yeah, they liked those guys, but hated everything else. They're like, fuck Padme, Samuel L. Jackson, you're cool.
Padme was cool.
Huh?
Padme was cool.
Batman?
Padme.
No, I mean, she was hated. But anyways, now the prequel series is beloved by the audience.
Well, that's just because they haven't watched it in 10 years.
Especially they watched it.
Brandon,
But especially when they
I
showed
challenge
up,
you right now
when
to
Anakin showed up in.
Go watch Attack of the Clones. Go watch Attack of the Clones. Come back in here after it's over, and I'll still be here.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say something about the Phantom Menace.
No, Phantom Menace is fine. Attack of the Clones is the travesty. Look, hang on.
We've escalated to another form of nerddom.
It's just Space Lord of the Rings. It's fine. Same thing.
I mean, yeah, I suppose that's fair.
I mean, it really is. It's basically Space Lord of the Rings.
It's Hidden Fortress, but expanded upon.
Yeah.
Kurosawa. Obi-Wan versus Jar Jar Binks.
Jango Fett. Just tell me this isn't the worst choreographed fight scene you've ever seen in your entire life.
Well, I mean, we're getting ready to get hit with fucking.
No. It's just we'll just talk and you observe, and
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hate on the whole thing
So,
while you look.
We love Obi-Wan. Here he is,
okay.
just being the man.
Look at that like dramatic turn.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
And
he
then-
can't turn his neck. He's in a big fucking
know-
helmet. He's got a little tiny little visor to see through.
Wait, hang on. All right.
That
it's
looks
actually
right.
kinda cool
This
so
is
far.
looking good. Looking
It's
good.
fine.
Do a little flip there. He
Uh,
goes to a defensive stance. Blade forward.
Fett doing.
Slave one's flipping around.
Yeah.
He's sneaking like a little sneaky snake missile.
Missile. Yeah. Well, he should be dead.
No, it hit the ground. He used the force to push it to the ground.
I don't believe in the Force. The Force just it's what.
And then he used the force to push those lasers to the ground. And there's little Boba.
All right.
Shitty Boba.
just-
All right, jump
all right,
kick out of the
jump kick.
air.
Hang
Bruce
on.
Lee, done.
This is where it gets really dumb. Not a
Great.
jump kick.
It's good so far.
Wait, no.
I'm digging it.
It's terrible. And, hang on.
I'm digging it.
Wait.
It's a straight hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah. It's just it upsets me so much.
No, it's
I
great.
know, it's terrible.
It's great.
I hate
it's
this scene.
Well, it's very reminiscent of cowboys pulling behind somebody on their horse, somebody they had gotten hold of.
You're just being it's so dumb.
No, that's great.
Sorry.
That's
Wait.
That's
wait,
artistry.
Wait, here we go. Another goddamn jump kick.
Fuck.
It's
He's
three
fucking
jump-
Bruce Lee.
Three jump kicks in the same
he's-
fight.
he's-
I can't stand it.
He's Bruce Lee, man.
I cannot stand it. It legitimately upsets me.
I could use actually one more jump kick, to be honest.
I think there's more later. I really do.
I could use one
I'm
more
actually,
jump kick.
I actually think there's a fifth, like 5 jump kicks, but
It's
they're just not
almost
in the scene.
it's almost perfect, but I need one more jump.
I promise you, there's more later. Look, let's just watch the entirety of Attack of the Clones and compare it to Lord of the Rings. What do you think?
And Alicia, you're watching. If you can hear that in the background,
No, there's no
Bonnie
volume,
is
there's no volume.
losing her shit.
Oh yeah, well, she's
I could
just-
literally hear the cage moving because she would jump. She moves her body when she barks.
Well, yeah, you know, fuck, man.
He's getting ready for that jump kick. Look, flip, perfect. Yep, door opened.
Wait.
This is artistry.
I'm telling you, dude, there's more jump kicks. Not in this scene. It's like later in the movie, but there's more jump kicks.
Well, so
and it's
far,
really
Jake,
upsetting.
all you've proven to me that this is movie magic.
I hate this movie. Look,
It's movie magic, Jake. That's all I know.
look at this.
Oh God, he's pulling up more. Anyways, we've chugged down this beer. This was great. This is Living Waters. This is High Rock. This is their lager.
Wait, look, what was up with the what was up with
Wooden
this part?
robot.
Why the fuck? What is
Urban
what a
Tennessee
bizarre,
brew-
Like, why would they all switch to Lego characters? Why the fuck would they do that? That makes no fucking sense.
That
dude.
never happened.
No, look. This is what this is in the movie. Is they all? It's like they're normal characters for a while, and they switch to like Legomation, and it just made no fucking sense. That's all I'm
I
saying.
dig it. It's like a no, not a gnome.
Look at
It's,
this. Why?
yeah, it's a dwarf. It's like a wooden dwarf. So that's the reason why we got it. You'd be surprised. It was actually pretty difficult for us to find
Somehow,
fantasy, somewhat Lord of the Rings, dragons, elves, beasties, anything, swords, axes. It was pretty difficult for us to find beer that had that theme.
you know, I feel like
It was easier for us to find cat beer.
somehow Lego Padme is more attractive than real life Padme.
I think you should question yourself because this is a square-faced person.
I'm just kidding. That's just
This
the
is
most
a
insane-
squig.
just
What was it?
Squircle face.
Squircle.
I guess they are squircle face. Huh?
They're squircle face. For some reason, this is like, I need this to be just a little better centered. Yes.
There's a Lego Lord of the Rings.
There is. There's Lego everything. Gollum is the only one that doesn't look like a normal Lego character.
Yeah, he looks crazy as fuck.
I love hearing Gollum, but in different languages.
What's taters, precious?
I hate taters.
Here you go.
Mine
Mine and shots. This is, I guess, Italian. So good. That sounds like something from The Exorcist. They did great. One more. Oh God, so bad. All right, we stopped that. All right, we're back. All right, Jake, is this your toast?
No, I'm trying to get it.
Make
Okay,
sparkle
all right,
pants.
So I said, hey, read me a crazy Lord of the Rings trailer, and it's just like a pretty normal trailer. And I said, okay, now make it totally absurd, ruin it, please, for comedy. Okay, and what we get for our description of Lord of the Rings, but like totally ruined by ChatGPT, it's like sort of like in play format. So it's like cheerful circus style music is the intro. And then there's a voiceover. In a world where cupcakes have feelings and gummy bears hold the key to ultimate power, a fellowship of eccentric garden gnomes embark on a quest for the ultimate cosmic smoothie.
I would watch it,
Makes no
except for the
fucking
fucking
sense.
cosmic shit.
Why does it
Cosmic
always do that?
back into the cosmic gang.
Frodo McSprinkle pants.
Yes, Frodo Sprinkle Pants. Let's just make him a Mick. Let's just add Mick
A gnome
and
with
then
a passion for interpretive dance. Wait, face the terrors of the slightly inconvenient shrubbery. I like that it's just slightly inconvenient. Gandalf juggling garden tools, garden gnomes doing cartwheels. Guided by the wisdom of Gandalf the Tie-Dyed, they will battle Gandalf the Tie-Dyed. They will battle rogue garden hoses and mischievous flamingos. Let's see. Alright, what else is good here? One blender to blend them all, one straw to sip them, one recipe to bind them all and give them a refreshing kick. This doesn't even rhyme at the end.
you don't need rhyming, Jake.
No, not normally, but that was just not a good ending. The fate
needs to
of
be
the
a little-
garden gnomes hangs by a thread. The Lord of the Gnomes. This is ridiculous. Yeah, it's pretty. That's pretty fucking zany. All right.
I was wanting something that was like copyright free because I don't want to get hit. And
All right.
all of this stuff
copyright-free-
is
I
well,
got
it's not going to pick it up. It's not going to pick it up on your phone.
That's fine. I just want to find a suggestion.
Whatever, and then I'm going to jump into one of the tracks.
Sir, fuck
Just-
off.
Gregorian chants. Yeah, cool.
That just doesn't fit.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't.
Copyright-free elf music. Do that.
Ugh.
I'll give you something good. Probably. Might
Ugh.
suck. Celtic
I don't
harps. I
know.
don't know. Celtic harps.
No copyright music. Fantasy.
That'll work. It's fun. Why not? Fuck it.
I wanted something so we can jig to. That's not bad. But I feel like I can't dance to that.
Hang on. Wait. Here's a Celtic dance for you. Alright. It's pretty good. It's alright. What's this one? This was better. I feel like it was too Celtic-y though. So.
It was quite Celtic.
Oh no! Fucking hate ads. Jesus
I like this
Christ.
picture of this dog here. Trash already. Trash already. Trash.
Copyright-free music is just.
No? Breaking copyright. No copyrighted music. That is kind of loud. What's crazy though is they're not hearing it loudly.
Hello.
I need 3 shakes though.
What? Three shakes. I'll kill you. shit to talk about. This Hobbit stuff is dumb. I'm not a Hobbit. Oh man. Talk about a Hobbit. You're not a Hobbit? Oh, I fucking hate Hobbits. Fuck is a Hobbit? Sit the fuck down, goddamn. I will commit violence. I need music with less drums. And why is African beats right now?
Don't know.
It's way too epic. Give me medieval tavern music. Just please medieval tavern music.
All right, Jake.
This is upsetting me.
I'll fix it.
Fix that. Jesus.
Yeah, Jake. This is one of our old school ones.
Way better. Way more mellow. Totally.
It's so fucking boring.
No, it's way better. We just need something ambient that won't piss off the world. You know? I mean, even that's a little much, but it'll do.
Do you want every 30 seconds? Pling.
No.
Pling.
I think it's too melodic for this. Why don't we just get a jazz bass? Just that. Just
Get into another beer.
look up royalty-free jazz bass. I kind of just want to see what we get, honestly. Royalty-free upright bass. Right, Dad? I do not want to hear any fucking Celtic drums. I hate you.
That's not Celtic drums at all. You failed me.
Oh, I hate you. I have to. Why? You never told me I would ever have to listen to bagpipes ever. In fact, I'm pretty sure I demanded no bagpipes ever.
I've never heard that before. What did you say you wanted?
I just want upright bass. Just upright bass. But that's it. There's no other instrument. Hey, look, no, listen, man.
Medieval jazz. Why is that not a thing?
It should be. But look, just look up. I'm telling you, it'll be.
The flute music. That's Lord of the Rings-ish.
I'm upset.
What did you want?
Just look up. Don't even type in royalty-free music. I promise it will still be royalty-free.
What is
I
it?
want you to look up jazz bass backing track. Or upright bass backing track specifically, but not necessarily jazz.
This?
No. Upright bass backing track. Doesn't have to be jazz. Back. It does not have to be jazz. Jazz might ruin it.
Hidden royalty-free.
Oh, that's not gonna work now. But it'll still be royalty free, I assure you. It's the backing track. You need a backing track.
Oh, that's what I typed in. Here.
It should be fun. No. Go over there. I don't want drums. I don't want drums. Get out of there.
I mean, it's going to be...
No, get out of there. Type in only bass. Please, just only bass.
Jake,
I swear, I know it exists. It has to.
it does. That's something you definitely should work on your... This is...
Okay, what's up? This one's unpleasant.
We're listening to like fantasy music while we're doing a fucking Hobbit episode. Celebration of
I know, the really
Hobbit
really
Day.
dramatic shit ruined it for me.
Well, it's not. It's pretty somber
Really?
now.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I'm
it's
waiting on another beer because I'm bored with this. This is
Empty?
yes. It was a good beer, but I want to move on. You need a bottle opener? That'll work too. This is Three Floyds.
Three Floyds.
Floyds.
I am a Floyd. And you too, sir, are a Floyd. No?
Sometimes.
Still more of it. What the fuck? It's never ending. Look at this. It's never ending.
All right, I'm getting into it, Jake. Good job. Read the beer.
Look, okay, I want to go until I'm not getting drops anymore. I'm still getting drops. Alright, there we go. We got it all.
All right. What is this beer,
Three
Jake?
Floyd's Battle Priest Wild Ale. Liberally hopped and fermented with Brettanomyces. This wild ale finds favor amongst the Battle Priest. Fuck yeah, I like it. Didn't make much sense, but we're gonna drink it. It's got, like, we picked it up because it had this fucking guy on there.
This
He's not
fucking
like-
guy. Hold on. It's right in front of you. Just give it a second to not focus on your face, and it'll zoom in on it.
This fucking guy on
That fucking guy.
there. Fucking guy on there.
Keep holding it.
It's because he's got like some flails and like, he's got flails and shit.
Battle Priest.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, cool. Well,
All right. So again,
wait,
per tradition.
Wait,
Oh, you're gonna read your.
wait.
You're gonna read your.
Yeah, do you want like a original Hobbit cheers?
Yeah, Hobbity cheers.
Hobbit cheers. Alright, okay. Fine. Alright, let's see. What's a
Let's say fornicating. Fornicating.
good one? Yes. Fornication.
Fornication.
That's terrible. That's not what. It wasn't one of them. God damn.
It's so
The
good.
little whisper. The little whisper was just. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know if it's in here. Let me
Just
see.
search it, just search it. This is
I don't
cringy.
want to
It's
hit enter
good.
again.
That's good. That's a good one.
Oh god, it's on this strange.
Strange.
Yeah, it was on that the two cameras I had set up over here that aren't set up for this particular episode.
Oh, that's fine.
What about?
What? That's the one.
Frodo.
What the fuck?
That's
That's what you wanted?
well, not with the music. It's weird with the music though.
Here we go. Jake, here's it.
I do like that. It's one of the best notes in cinema.
Bitch. I still like.
Frodo.
It's just some guy in the microphone going.
Frodo.
Do you remember once upon a time we had that little thing that we could put on the screen? We could look up a line
Oh,
of
God,
a movie
it's-
and it would play like 10 seconds of it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Do we still have that?
Yes.
It's like, we should totally throw that shit on the green
What was it called?
I don't remember.
Websites. It might not have Lord of the Rings.
Maybe not, but still, we can find some silliness. I mean, we could use it just for drum kicks, honestly.
Playphrase.me.
It's like sandbox music, you know? It's like if you're playing like a free like video game.
Here we go.
You know, like on an iPhone, like when you're like sandbox, letting you like build a castle or something to the music. Like,
I'm gonna pause this though, just so it can.
God.
I wanted some theme, so I can turn it down to where you won't be hearing it, but they'll still be hearing it.
I don't think they want to be hearing
Well, it's very minor in the background for them. It's very small, but here you go. What are we looking up?
Not bad royalty-free ambient music.
I don't think that's a thing.
It might not be a thing, actually.
Frodo, any chance of seeing that old ring of mine again?
For Frodo. There's still hope for Frodo. Frodo has passed beyond my sight.
Okay, wait. Okay, so let's see if we can. Frodo's too easy. We need to pick some obscure lines from Lord of the Rings and see if we get them.
I'm a hobbit.
This is no place for a hobbit!
You know as little of war as that hobbit.
Ooh.
Service can a hobbit offer such a great lord of men?
No, but the more that was good. The more fun ones. It's too easy to type in something specific. The more fun ones are to find one that's like, yeah. Let's see if we get potatoes.
Potato head.
Look, you sue me, your husband dies, you drop the lawsuit like a hot potato, all
Okay.
of it quicker than the wind from a duck's ass.
I now
Okay.
have 400 healthy potato plants.
It's a potato soup. It's quite delicious.
Your neck is so dirty you could grow potatoes on it.
All right, look at mash 'em. Mash 'em. Taters.
Pass the taters.
Tater.
Pass them right back.
How about some mashed taters?
Finish up the taters. And then what did you say?
I love that movie.
2 taters, 3 spinners, grilled onions, 1 no cheese.
Meatloaf be nice. Mashed taters, gravy,
You said type in what?
okra.
Stick them in a stew. But wait, no, that's too easy. Can't be that specific. Mash 'em. Mash 'em. Mash 'em. Or mash them, if that doesn't work.
In the early days, dog used to bite down. You should mash them birds to a pulp, so I made that.
Come up against a lock you can't pick, you mash them together. Hasta lasagna, don't get into it.
Hasta lasagna.
Yes! I got it!
You mash them up to the end. Get in there.
All right. See, that's what we want. We gotta pick out a scene and see if we can. All right. So Brandon, I want you to give me Helm's Deep somehow, but without you can't type in Helm's Deep. Just like. I've got it.
Okay. I was thinking about Legolas and Gimli, like fighting over how many they've gotten.
Type in toss me.
Toss me.
Yes.
Toss me.
Yes.
Toss me the corner.
Hey, could you toss me one of those lines, brother? How many more times are you gonna toss me the radio in the bathtub?
You tossed me aside for nothing but a gigolo.
Oh, that's fun. Okay. All right. What else we got? What's another scene?
One does not simply walk into morning.
Yeah, it's a good one.
One does not bear thinking about.
One does not use fitting room 2 when one is popping one's cherry.
You do it, or the next one does not miss.
One does not see anything until one sees its beauty.
What the fuck was that? What the hell was that?
The last one was so emotional it made me cry.
Oh, okay.
You know?
I wasn't sure what that was.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get the Balrog somehow.
Thou shalt not pass.
Thou shalt not pass. That'll work.
Is thou?
I don't know. It may not work. Or just shall not pass.
Yeah.
That should give us some good ones.
If it is past, but it shall not pass.
I swear I shall not pass this way again. Before God.
For I am sure I shall not pass again this way. The answer soft that turneth wrath away. For I am sure I shall not pass
Where's our
again
goddamn
this way.
Balrog?
They shall not pass.
You shall not pass. You
Is it?
shall not pass. Right?
You shall not pass by me, Morgan. You shall not pass me, Morgan.
No, me dear, you shall not pass.
You shall not pass.
Yeah, it's what? Yes.
We got it twice, kind of.
That was actually pretty good. I want to hear that one again.
Okay, that was a good one. I like.
You shall not pass by me.
What's going on, Morgan?
You shall not pass
Doctor
me,
Strange.
Morgan.
No, me dear, you shall not pass.
You shall not pass.
I like that there's sort of a Halloweeny one. What else? What do we want now? Can we get? What's another scene?
Yes, with pre-implantation.
All right, this is just gonna be all Lord of the
It's too
Rings.
easy.
ones.
It is.
Too easy.
Precious. Not even you would surrender something so precious.
And the precious is wanting to go back to him. They are calling for the precious.
Okay. Yeah, it was too easy. What about? Wait. All right, let me think.
Think.
If you ask it of me, I will give you the One Ring.
This is the One Ring, forged by the Dark Lord Sauron in the fires of Mount Doom.
The One Ring.
One ring to bring them all. One ring to rule them all.
Just some random Clerks.
Let me think.
Clerks 2. Ugh. I want to see what they have got.
Bilbo once told me his part in this tale would end, but each of us must come and go in the telling.
There and back again. A Hobbit's Tale by Bilbo Baggins.
There is one other who knew that Bilbo had the ring.
Bilbo found it.
What about Bilbo?
Yeah, what the fuck about Bilbo?
No, let's see.
All right, Jake.
Type in
So
a wizard and just see what we could get. Just wizard. I might have one in there, I bet.
maybe.
But I think you'll get a lot of stuff too.
But we have the White Wizard.
Yes.
You're full of tricks, wizard.
You said save the wizard. Kid, that's the wizard. Get
Why is it all?
The White Wizard.
Close. 2 out of 5.
That's what it was. 3 of them from. What about?
Just
13 months to the day since Gandalf sent us on our long.
one thing I do
Just
like.
secrets.
One
See
thing
if
I
you can
do
keep
like
your
is
secrets. Just
how
secrets.
profound Lord of the Rings was, that you're getting all of these movies that we've never seen. Some of them we have that are referencing Lord of the Rings.
Long journey.
True.
We found ourselves looking upon.
I mean, only like 2 or
familiar
3
sight.
directly reference.
Gandalf does not hesitate to sacrifice those closest to him, those he professes to love. But you know this.
That hits too
don't you?
close to home, especially with that
That's the same-
previous. This is
yeah.
our redemption episode, supposedly, because of the Gandalf Saruman love.
Don't talk about it.
This is supposed to be a redemption
So
episode.
we forget about it.
This is like
forever.
episode
So what we
190 or
do,
something, and
how we redeem ourselves is
189.
denying its existence.
No, we have to be forthcoming, and we have to acknowledge it, Jake. We had an
made-
episode with Max, and we were
And Gandalf
and
and Saruman fucked each other.
well, yes. So we used
But like
yes,
graphically.
yes. So we used
and
AI.
It wasn't our fault.
We used novel AI, and
I'm
we
ashamed.
were typing out some Lord of the Rings stuff because we were just fucking around with AI, and Max was on the show. This like it might be in the 180s. I don't know, but either way,
God is dead.
we started painting out this story, and then we threw just a whisper of naughty in. Like as Saruman walked by, Gandalf noticed how well his robe hugged his body, or something, just a little whisper of naughty to see what AI was gonna do. But AI was like, "Don't mind if I do," and it was like, and it got just straight explicit, so much so that we were like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa!"
Yeah, it was great. We were like getting off the screen. Jesus Christ,
Anthony,
no,
what's
it's
going
like,
on?
It like, yeah, it was.
Yeah, it got a bit wild there. So this is a redemption of this episode.
No, it was bad.
I promised Gandalf that I would.
Needless were none of
All
the
right, all right.
deeds of
Wait. What about? Damn,
Who-
I forgot the scene I was looking for.
Who in Lord of the Rings or in The Hobbit has everybody loved but you thought was just you hated? Kind of like somebody like loving Jar Jar Binks and then everybody else kind of hating it. The opposite of
I
that.
don't
Somebody
I don't like Frodo much.
you don't give a shit about Frodo?
Fuck Frodo.
Fuck Frodo.
Aragorn's kind of one-dimensional.
He is. He is.
Although he's way better in the book.
Fuck bitches, make money.
He never says that.
I'm pretty sure that's a straight quote. We
No,
can look
that's
on
not-
play
that's- I don't think he quotes.
What's
I don't
up, cuz?
Um,
We are doing a Lord because we are 3 days past Hobbit Day, International Hobbit Day.
We missed Talk Like a Pirate Day. That was the 19th.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm offended.
So we are doing Hobbit Day today. So we're talking about Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, Tolkien, Silmarillion, all of that kind of worked into one. And yeah, we're all over the place. So that's, how it goes. So currently we're thinking if we're looking up scenes, or we're thinking about scenes and then seeing if this site playphrase.me, if we can type in some words and it would pull up the quote.
All right, let's get type in "never late." Let's see if we get that one particular scene.
Was it?
Actually, let's see if
Our
we can
wizards
play.
never late.
Let's see if we can play the entire movie, start to finish, just by like in little quotes. Okay.
Never late.
He's never late.
He'll be here.
She's late, and she's never late.
He's never late.
What? He's never late.
I'm never late. I gotta work.
Okay.
Damn it. We're
That's
only,
just
A wizard is never late.
we're only gonna get the one.
we are.
God damn it. Just type in "a wizard is" and let's see if we get other.
Well, a wizard is a sort of magic man.
The young
Magic man.
Messiah.
A wizard is never late.
Here we go again.
Go Baggins.
Say, Arch-Chancellor, when a wizard is tired of looking for broken glass,
The color of magic.
he's tired of life.
Okay.
You're a magician, not a wizard.
This was built.
Great
by a
movie.
wizard.
Wow,
I'm
wizard.
a wizard. Give me the details. Come on.
Some kind of spawn of Ungoliant. Or I'm not a wizard.
He's a wizard. He does as he chooses.
He do.
Okay.
He do be
wait,
doing what he
no
do.
more fucking wizards. I hate wizards now. Let's see if we can get some Legolas in here.
Legolas.
He didn't have many lines.
He has them.
Rarely.
Hmm.
My bow. My bow.
And you have
Yes! I got him.
I'll need my bow.
I picked up my bow and shot him. Straight through the heart. Died instantly.
Fuck.
You know how many times I retied my bow tie today to keep it perfect?
And that's such a flip of of
That's pretty good.
I shot him in the heart and
All
he
right,
died
let's get
instantly.
That, wait, let's get that. Let's get the entire Fellowship of the Ring scene.
That's chaos. That's
You know-
my beat.
Anything
So,
for my
like-
BFF. And whatever happens, I'm here for you, okay?
How does the meeting start?
I really appreciate you.
Fuck. Wait, hang on. Let me look up the script and then we'll see if we can get the whole thing.
If you're referring to the incident with the dragon,
Oh,
I was
so-
barely involved.
Elrond.
Get me another beer, dragon lady. This one's empty.
You can be my dragon.
Okay.
This ones were all like this is vaguely racist. But hang on a moment.
Smaug owes
All right, wait.
allegiance to no one.
No,
Dragon
all right.
Smaug has not
We don't have
received
to.
in
Just,
60
you just
years.
search the things. You just get boring ones. But all right.
All right.
So
Tell
I've
us
got
what's up.
I've got the Lord of the Rings Council of Elrond scene movie script. So I want to see.
But don't give us anything like Middle Earth, because that's obviously going to give us.
Exactly, because it gives us just. So we want to get the entire movie. So, like, the first line is Elrond. Strangers from distant lands, friends of old, you have been summoned here to answer the threat of Mordor. No, don't type in the whole thing.
Strangers from
Damn
distant
it.
lands.
We're only going to get the one. So
You've been summoned here to answer the threat
you didn't
of
let me type
Mordor.
out my. We
What-
got the scene.
All right.
but
So what do you want me to
wanna
type?
What we want to do, we want to get like 5 of these. Like, we want to get 5 different movies, but we want to get that whole line for the entire scene, the entire
okay.
script. Does that make sense? So we have.
Look, hand me that bottle. Hand me that bottle, please.
All right.
What kind of beer is this? That's
It's a
kind of a little
Brettanomyces
something.
Wild Ale.
It is liberally hopped and fermented with Brettanomyces. This wild ale finds favor amongst the battle priests. This is Three Floyds. We've had some of their beer.
Yeah.
7.5%. I think that's the
Yeah, we
booziness that I
already
was
talked about
tasting.
it, man.
It's not normal.
We already talked about it. Okay, so just all right. So look, so basically, you type something, and then I listen to my rules for the game.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
So you type something, and then I type something, right? And our goal is to get each scene from the movie.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like that long.
We're getting copy.
you know?
We're getting the fucking copyrighted.
Nah, I doubt it. Maybe I don't know.
Let's try. Let's try.
Okay, so we want to get.
You tell me
this-
what to type.
We want to get this scene, but well, so yeah, that first one was your attempt, and now it's my turn. We want to get that scene, but whoever gets the scene with as many other movies wins a point, right?
Here, put this over on your side.
Hey, okay, that's fine.
Notice I didn't put the other monitor over there. I don't know if you actually noticed.
I mean, I like having it because I can read comments better, but I can kind of read them from over here too, so that's
Yeah.
not much. So let's see. So I'll type one and then you type one, and we want to see if we can get
Okay.
more than just the one scene, basically. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. I can type now?
Yes.
Okay. It's not working.
Sorry.
I hate you.
It's
I hate
it's
you.
battery it's solar powered, so I turn it off to.
You know what? You're solar powered.
Strangers from distant lands.
Got it. But
friends.
do I get more than one?
You've been summoned here to answer the threat of Mordor.
More?
You will not
Yes! I got Darth Vader.
No.
That is a pretty great
I only
one.
covered a small portion of the roof before I got summoned here.
I've been summoned here to give your image a facelifting.
Wow, that was a young Jack Nicholson.
All right. So
Fletcher, what's going
I
on,
got
man? Thank you
three
for tuning
I got
in.
3 besides the scene.
This is Hobbit Day, International Hobbit Day. We're 3 days past it, but our show falls on a Monday. It was on the 22nd, so, you know, it is what it is. But we're currently we're on playphrase.me, and if you want, Jake, I can put that in the background.
Oh, that's not been in the background this whole time?
No.
Well, it should be.
The music is, yes.
Back. Yeah,
The images are not.
Definitely put it back there.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, because that's way more fun for them. And, like, you know, shrink us down to at least Hobbit size and maybe even, like, elf or fairy size. Fairy size is cool.
I'm going to do that.
Fuzzy thing's itchy. Okay. So do you want to try that scene again? See
Hold
if
on.
you can get the scene, but also, like, you have to get more than 4 to win.
Properties. All right. I mean, the thing is I'm just going to find the most simplistic thing that I can think that there's going to be.
Yeah, but then if you do it too simple, you might not get it. That's the problem. That's why I don't just type, like.
Let's see if it.
If you type in distant lands, you might get 5 things that aren't it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Right.
Strangers from distant lands, friends of old. You've been summoned here to answer the threat of Mordor.
You were not summoned here to grovel, Director Krennic.
No. I'd only uncovered a small portion of the roof before I got summoned here.
I've been summoned here to give your image a facelifting.
All right.
So let's just move to the next one for now. So Middle Earth stands upon the brink of destruction. None can escape it. You unite or you will fall.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do.
So you try this one, and you got to, see if you can get the quote. But I'll try it next. If whoever gets the more.
You will unite or you will fall.
Oh, but we didn't get the whole quote.
Oh,
Give me
okay.
brink of destruction. Brink of destruction.
No biggie, Brent.
You.
This might just be the only one. Nothing?
I'm an idiot.
It's the same people who again and again have brought us to the brink of destruction.
Middle Earth stands upon the brink
There
of
we go.
destruction. None can escape it.
You say we're on the brink of destruction, and you're right.
Myself, the Roman Empire was on the brink of destruction.
Great, so that was pretty good. So now we just have to get you will knight or you will fall. But we just did that. But I want to do the scene in order, I guess. So maybe.
You will unite or you will
Great,
fall.
great. So we're almost.
Yeah, so
through
we
this
know
scene.
that is will only do,
All right,
or I just do this.
You will unite or you will fall.
Okay, the goal is to get his.
You will fall in his arms and forgive him.
See, these were good.
You will fall in love with us and in voices of hope.
And you will fall for a great warrior who fights for Greece.
See, that was good. That was good. See, that's a lot of points, Brandon. So like the goal is to get the scene, but get as many other scenes too.
From Lord of the Rings or from just
You
other
gotta
movies?
no. You have to get the scene from. You have to get the line.
Well,
from
obviously
Lord of
you
the
have to get the
Rings.
line from Lord of the Rings, but do you get points if you have other movies in there, or
Yeah,
if it's
yeah,
just
you
a
get-
one
no, no,
shot?
look, man, the goal is not to get the scene because you just type in the thing. The goal is to get the scene plus as many other scenes
From other movies.
So whoever gets
From other movies that are not Lord of the
you get-
Rings,
you get-
correct?
Yes, you get
Okay.
you get no points for only getting the Lord of the Rings scene, right?
Yeah, we're just gonna do the most vague thing possible.
Well,
and it'll okay,
right,
continue.
So you get no
it's your
points
turn
from
next.
only getting you only get points if you get Lord of the Rings plus other scenes. And then you get
Heard.
points for every other scene.
I got it.
Right.
Understood.
Okay. All right. Our next line is each race is bound to this fate. This one doom.
Okay, what do you got?
Give me each race. And let's see what we get.
You have a keyboard, sir.
Oh shit. Okay.
For within these rings was bound the strength and will to govern each race.
That's not the
Instead of allowing each race to
scene in Lord of the Rings is not the scene.
station as has been the standard for generations now.
Each race will get tougher as lesser experienced riders
Rad.
are eliminated.
I dedicate each race to his memory.
Before each race, Jean Girard spends time with his world-class horses,
Talladega Nights.
who are also gay.
Okay.
All right, so I get no points for that. I got a Lord of the Rings scene, but not the scene.
Not the scene.
So-
So it was too vague.
Yeah, so you gotta get that line, that first line,
Okay.
and
So
And I thought that even the tiniest hope of escaping this fate, I would take it.
Skarsgård.
Some people might call this fate.
Though power may lie here, ultimately it's the
Not looking good so far.
accept this fate, not force-fed.
Each race.
yeah, you got it. Fuck,
This
damn it.
one doom.
It's the last one too. Fuck. All right, so we win that round. I don't know if you want to tally up points here, man. but,
no,
like,
no.
Yeah, I think I'm like 2 ahead, and you got 1 or something like that. Ooh, so we need to get Boromir saying, "So it is true." So it should be.
I mean, that one's throwaway. That one is
Kinda, but
through.
we
'cause-
want to go through the whole scene, so just type in "it is true." Okay.
No, it is true.
I think it is true.
It is true, Bob.
But it is true.
It is true that fearful people threaten. But my interpretation is that this is a friendly warning.
So it is true.
God damn you.
It is true.
Indiana. Oh, I thought it was Indiana Jones.
So it is true then. It is all true.
So it is true what she told that council.
You got the Lord of the... You got it, but it's not the one you wanted. The Little Rascals. That's Indiana Jones, is that not?
So it is you.
So it is 13, priest.
Sir? They said no. You know, at some point, we're going to reach the limit of what we can do.
Oh, did we just reach the limit of what
I
we
don't
can do?
think so.
I didn't know there's a limit to these. That's fucking lame. Is
I don't think it is.
it just broken? Does God hate us?
So it is you.
What the fuck?
So it is true. So it is true.
So it is true.
So it is true then. No, it is true.
Alright, hey, whatever. You know what? We're moving past this line. I don't care
Yet
anymore.
hope remains, while the company is true.
We're still getting...
That's true. That is true. No, it is true. If he's dead, if what you say is true, then it won't matter.
It proves the knight's story is true.
Yes! Lord of the Rings.
No, that was
I mean, or
Indiana
Indiana
Jones.
Jones. I mean, it's
The other one
Sean
was Temple
Connery.
of Doom, okay? So, I mean, they were trying to...
Good. We're gonna have like 4 whole movies. We're gonna have gone through 4 movies by the end of this. All right.
All right.
That
was no points for you, sir.
Well, that's no points for either of us.
That was a struggle, though.
Shit. Yeah. Wait. Our next one is right, the Doom of Men.
The Doom of Men. Boromir raises to address
In a
the
dream, I
council.
saw the eastern sky grow dark. Eastern sky?
In a dream, I saw the eastern sky grow dark, but in the west a pale light lingered.
Done.
You only get the one scene though?
That was it. That I got it.
But you get no points if you only get the one scene. You need to get as many scenes as possible. But also have...
Did it not?
I thought it only had one.
It might have only had one. No points for me.
It's not the eastern shore that worries me.
We've narrowed the bomb's location to somewhere on the eastern seaboard.
The first one is set in a large Eastern law school, presumably Harvard.
That's some kind of Eastern thing?
Yeah, that's good.
An Eastern religion.
Okay.
Okay, so that's good. That works. All right, let's see. Your doom is near at hand. So let's see. Let me see. Actually, we need to get in the west a pale light lingered. So
Okay.
Which keeps me pale. Light thickens, and the crow makes wing to the rocky wood.
In a dream,
we get the same thing
I
again.
saw the eastern
Yeah, but yeah,
sky
at least
grow
had
dark,
something else.
So it already said.
but in the west a pale light lingered.
You got
we
2,
got
so it's
2.
you know
All
it's
right.
it's points.
I guess let's see what the next one is then. A voice was crying, "Your doom is near at hand." It's your turn. If you want to try that.
He heard a voice. Sometimes that's all you need.
Oh, fuck me. Your lady friend got a voice.
So I'm walking back to the Camry. Then I hear a voice behind me.
And
I'm gonna lose
I guess
this.
I want to help facilitate that and help give them a voice.
I can leave a
I've
voicemail
lost.
message that they monitor from the present.
Damn. All right. Let's see. Let's see.
You withdraw your
Oh,
guard,
wait.
and I will tell you
Damn,
where
let's
your
go do
doom
yours, you.
will be decided.
The ring bearer is setting out on the quest of Mount Doom.
The ring was made.
A lot of Doom. A lot of
Smoke rises from the mountain
Well,
of doom.
I mean,
This is the One Ring, forged by the Dark Lord's.
There's a lot of movies that use the word Doom.
but most of them are Lord of the Rings. So.
All right.
All right. Okay.
Indeed, I do.
The voice was crying.
I'm gonna see.
Near at hand.
Damn it! Fuck, hang on, wait.
Whose voice was that?
His voice was so calm.
Harry Smith's voice was both gentle and prim.
Her voice was so pure. It carried for miles through the trees.
His voice was the only sound.
This is a hard one.
Dear sir, I can now report with some certainty that the eve of battle is near at hand.
I got it this time.
The time to use these. Maybe near at hand.
The time is now near at hand. The time is now near at hand, which must probably determine
so
whether
many.
Americans
What's
will
this
be free men
toilet
or
wig?
slaves.
I don't
Your
know.
time is near at hand.
That was totally a mop.
That was a mop head.
The Warehouse Fire. They thought we wouldn't notice. Oh, we did.
Because, madame, I was at hand.
The final revelation is at hand.
Shall we get down to the matter at hand?
Some may imagine that a noble quest is at hand.
Lord of the Rings.
We believe that peace is at hand.
Damn, this is a really fucking hard one.
You withdraw your guard, and I will tell you.
I've done that
where
one.
your
You
doom
did
is
Doom, not
residing.
your Doom.
Will be your doom.
Come out and meet your doom.
The voice was crying.
Yes, I got it.
Doom's near at hand.
For your glory walks hand in hand with your doom.
Okay,
So,
okay.
all right, not bad. Isildur's Bane is found.
Do I have to do it with each sentence?
No, but this might be another like easy like giveaway.
Isildur's Bane.
So this is Bane
is
is found, and we'll just count this one for both of us.
I don't think you're gonna find. I mean, you can do this.
Bane is just a mercenary, and we need to find out what he's up to.
All right, you got that. Yeah. Bonus points for the
Two Batmans.
Bonus points for two Batmans. All right. Let's see. Next line. Ashnazag Drbatul. Ashnazag Gimbatul. We have to get it. So
What is it?
This is putting Gimbatul. Gimbatul.
It's not getting any of that.
There we go. We need just this word, all right? It's not gonna find it. That's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Maybe that was only in the books and not in the movie.
Ash.
No, this is the movie script.
Ash.
I am loving all the aliens though.
Suggestions from you or Mother?
Anything that has to do with the science division, Ash has the final word.
Okay.
Damn it.
Maybe
Maybe just
not
not
something in another language. Just go to something.
Goddamn fucking Elvish.
It's
man.
a throwaway.
I'm just
man.
gonna read it out. Ashnazag Drbatul. Ashnazag Gimbatul. You know, it's the thing that Gandalf does that. You know, I don't know. Just pretend that.
That you're Gandalf.
Never before has any voice uttered the words of that tongue here in Imaldris. That's the line we want. All right.
But never before have we clad strangers in the garb of our own people.
I'll perform this feat in a manner never before seen by yourselves or any other audience anywhere in the world.
But I had eyes on me like never before.
But never before.
Never before. In all of human history,
We didn't get it.
has there been a cause which could unite
I'll
us
get
as
it.
a species?
Fuck. The fuck. Okay.
When you uttered the words, I divorce you, did you say, I divorce you, and then had a shower?
Never before has any voice.
Yeah, okay, we got it. Nice.
Here and in Ladris.
All right, it's small. That's fun. Okay, so the next line. Let's see. I do not ask your pardon, Master Elrond. Ask your pardon.
I beg your pardon, Detective.
I beg your pardon, sir, but do you know what
Yes.
So you get points for Star Wars.
I beg your pardon, but you can all go to hell.
I beg your pardon?
I beg your pardon.
Give me ask your pardon.
Ask.
I beg your...
God damn it.
I ask your pardon.
If I am wrong, I ask your pardon.
I ask your pardon. When a problem absolves me, I tend to neglect formalities. Your Eminence, I ask your pardon too.
Then I ask your pardon.
How did we not get it with that? God damn it.
What does it say? What else is there?
Let's see. I do not ask your pardon, Master Elrond. Not ask your pardon? It's just gonna give us the one.
Do not ask me questions.
Work at all.
Ask me questions.
White women, Irish women, do not ask me why.
Yeah, I agree.
Ask questions.
So do not ask me to say yes to this.
Do not ask me questions.
Are these going to be the exact same?
White women, Irish women, do not ask me why.
So do not ask me to say yes to this.
Do not ask me for my opinion on your speeches again.
Master Elrond.
Do not ask what? Was the whole thing?
I do not ask your pardon. We already tried that. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah. Comma master?
Master, I will be correspondent to command and do my spriting gently.
All right, give me the thing.
This has been difficult.
Yeah. I'm gonna use part of the next line and see if I get it.
So much for the Black Cube.
Well, a reporter for the Black Advocate dug up the governor's Chicago arrest.
I've always had the greatest admiration for the black arts, you chaps with your mysterious spells.
Let's all feel bad for the black guy.
Set a trap for the Black Queen.
All right.
The black speech.
It is black speech.
Kind of getting in the right territory, but it's not exactly what we're looking for, you know.
Yeah. All right. I do not ask your pardon.
Negative, sir.
It just doesn't have.
And maybe doesn't have it. You know, it's
Well,
got
that's
7
fucked up.
million. It's got almost 8 million, but it
All right,
doesn't
look
have
at the
that
next
one.
one. Motor may yet be heard in every corner of the West.
Yet be heard.
Yet be heard.
Watch, when you take it back some, I mean, there's nothing here. But if you take it back some,
She may yet be of some use to us.
And yet, be it cruel or
I
comforting,
did enjoy that.
this machine unerringly arrives at the truth.
Thou art deceived, at least in this. To think that we can yet be tuned together.
Yet,
Tilda Swank.
be certain, no harm befalls young
The
Danai
OG Clash of the Titans.
I may not yet be an academician, but I am a gentleman.
We're failing, Jake.
One sec.
I keep thinking Jake might just show up and say hello. I can't take care of you no more, Jake.
Jake says thank you.
You never learn, do you, Jake?
You know me, Jake.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, this shit.
Pulaski, Tennessee. Brandon, Mississippi.
Fucking Mississippi.
Raymond? What?
I'm always
Don't worry,
saying.
Miss Dashwood. Brandon will find out.
Colonel Brandon must be a man of great worth and respectability.
That's not true.
Colonel Brandon, give me a parish.
What? He would never do that. He's a fucking loser. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see.
You have a limit. 250 videos per day.
Fuck! That ruins our plan.
It'd be like that. Anyways.
Oh, shit. Well, that's a fun website. For a little while.
It do be fun. All right, let's get this back to where it belongs. Oh, yes, we are back now. All right, I'm ready to get into another beer.
Okay. Yeah, I guess then it's time, eh? Well, that was fun. I feel like we got we almost got to the beginning of the scene.
I know, we're like big time copyright infringement right now. Are you wanting to do this one last?
I don't know. Let's see.
So
It's pretty fancy.
it is fancy.
We'll probably stay cold the longest.
And the wax seal, maybe?
I mean, just because it's...
So you said the person in Lord of the Rings that you kind of hated, or you didn't care about that everybody fucking loved was Frodo?
Frodo's a little bitch. You know? Am I right?
I'm going to be a little controversial and say that mine was probably Legolas. Man, I can give a fuck about no Legolas. I don't care about you shooting no arrows,
I like
man.
that he spoke to Frodo only once.
We're still doubting that he actually exists within that world because of so little interactions he had with people.
One of the best scenes in the whole movie, like we look it up actually, okay, so remember, so Frodo and Legolas have only a single interaction,
right,
in the whole thing,
really,
which is, and you have my bow. That's the only interaction that they have, right? And at the very end of the third movie, when Frodo is thanking all of his friends, he names everybody by name except Legolas. And when it comes to Legolas, his mouth just kind of goes like, as if he forgot his name.
What if he just never understood? He never spoke Legolas's name. He didn't even know.
He didn't. I think he forgot his name. Look it up.
He just never remembered Legolas. So he knew everybody's name, and he was like, Sam, Gandalf. Whenever he's at the very end of the movie, there's this really awkward scene where Gandalf's like, what's Frodo doing?
What?
So what's Frodo doing? Well, you ruined it, Jake.
I don't get it.
Gandalf, during that scene, everybody's just showing up in the hospital bed.
Yeah.
Frodo has survived Mount Doom. Everybody shows up, like the scene you said when Legolas comes up and he doesn't mouth Legolas's name. There's this awkward scene where Gandalf and everybody's just like, and Frodo's like, no, he's not. He's not, Jake. You ruined it.
I don't know what it does.
He's like,
yeah. Oh yeah, it's true. That's true.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite thing is? The secret ending to Lord of the Rings. It's not in the movie, but it is in the book.
okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, tell me about it.
Okay, it's kind of awesome, actually, and I feel like it should have been in the movie. It's a really substantial part of the book. So for example, book 3, like Return of the King, the movie, if you're reading the book, the movie part of the book concludes around halfway into the book. And the book has the Return to
Oh, you're you're talking about Saruman in the Shire.
Saruman's Saruman.
The sharks or whatever they're called.
No. So Saruman leaves. He leaves his tower, right? Because he'd been imprisoned there for a while, but they let him go eventually. Right?
Sharkies or something.
So he goes by Sharky now. He goes by Sharky now, and he's taken over the Shire, and and it basically enslaved all the hobbits.
I'm just picturing with the name Sharky. He's like, my name's Sharky, see? You give me all your barley wine, yeah?
That's basically what he's like. And anyway, so the 4 hobbits, they get back, like all the other companions are gone. I mean, they've got like their fancy new weapons and shit. A whole lot of experience. But the interesting thing, the fun thing is like, the coolest thing is they get back there, and they just fucking kick his ass. Like, no problem. Like, they get back there,
this is like one of the most powerful wizards.
They incite an uprising among the hobbits, and then just like basically kick his ass.
Is he powerless at that point?
No, he's not powerless. And then Wormtongue, who you remember Wormtongue, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he, at this point, after being repeatedly betrayed by Saruman, ends up basically, like, literally stabbing him in the back, and killing him. And I think he also dies. But in any case,
Sharky, see?
Yeah, no, it's just my favorite thing is that like it's like you see I mean the interesting thing is like in the book it's like the hobbits could have never done this at the start of their journey,
Right.
But the like progression of the journey made them like way more like competent and like way more like and they were able to take down. I mean, in a way that made sense, they're able to take down Saruman.
No, why it is stupid, and they removed it from the show, from the movie. I mean, it is fucking stupid. So you've got Saruman, who he's essentially kind of like an elemental. They're old creatures that kind of predate Middle Earth, right? They're kind of like elementals, Gandalf and Saruman, and Sauron as well. They're basically like just super powerful entities, and they've lived for thousands of years. And then you have these, little hobbits that have had their like weekend excursion. They've had their weekend excursion, and yet
don't say it was a weekend.
They
fucking walked all the way to Mordor.
They magooed their way into defeating the one and destroying the One Ring, and then they think they can come back and defeat somebody who's got 1,000 years plus of experience and who's a fucking wizard who has powers.
Yeah, but still,
that's not realistic.
Saruman had been fucking up for a long time and was off his game, and the hobbits. 4 hobbits were the best they've ever been. They also did it really smartly. Like,
I think that if they had...
They get back there and they sneak into the Shire and they basically incite an uprising by like kind of cleverly going around and getting people on their side and like sneaking around, and then when Saruman finds out about the uprising, sorry, too late. There's like fucking 150 hobbits that kicked down his door. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's sort of how that goes.
Do you think Gandalf would be worried about that?
What? Hobbits?
Yes, if Gandalf was a bad guy, do you think he'd be worried about fucking hobbits?
Dude, Gandalf himself is going the whole series being like, hobbits are way cooler than everybody thinks they are.
I think
I think he just has a foot fetish.
5 orcs could have fucked up the whole Shire, and you're telling me that these guys defeated Gandalf or defeated Saruman.
Like, canonically, in Lord of the Rings, I mean, there's several instances where hobbits fight orcs and do just fine. I'm thinking about there's the story of whatever hobbit he was that was riding around on a full-size horse,
Yes.
And you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, it was one of Frodo's or Bilbo's ancestors.
Yeah, something like that, right? There's none of the characters in Middle Earth that are that much more powerful than the other, honestly.
Except for, elemental beings.
Well, I mean, they're like kind of built up that way, but then like
Do
in
you
practice.
do you think that these hobbits would have taken down the Balrog? A whole village of hobbits would have taken down a Balrog? Because we know Gandalf the White would have.
Hang on, let's get this.
It doesn't make sense.
Wait a minute. Look, I gotta be honest, man. Does Gandalf, what magic does Gandalf ever fucking use? He like, the most powerful spell that he ever casts in the whole thing, if you don't count his return from the dead, but that actually wasn't him, that did that.
Okay.
If you don't count that.
Are you gonna say the fireworks?
No, not the fireworks. It's in book 3 when he casts the light spell to vanish off the. I mean that's like a 7th level spell, but but anyway, that I mean.
So you're saying Legolas with a couple arrows could have murked Gandalf?
Okay. Well, the main thing that
he didn't need to show his power because he's.
The main thing those guys have is that they're basically immortal. That's their main thing. Because the fucking whatevers keep reviving them every time they die. Forget their names.
The gods basically.
Yeah. So basically, if they're disembodied, their spirit goes back to the fucking wherever, and they're just like, get back out there.
Hobbit heaven, and then
it's elf heaven, technically.
Yes. They send them back out.
Not allowed there.
They're like, you go have fun, kids. And it's like, all right.
And anyway, so I mean, I don't know. Gandalf was. I mean, Saruman's probably was was for the longest time stronger than Gandalf, but so Saruman was supposed to be the leader of those guys, right? The however many wizards, like 9 wizards or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. There's only like I think 3 that appear.
There was like what 2 blue. There was
2 blue wizards. They fucked off somewhere.
Yeah.
And, white wizard, gray wizard, green wizard, gray, yeah, gray, white, green, red, 2 blue. There's like 5 or 6. I don't know. It's been a while since I got a.
Either way, apparently all of the wizards are fucking jokes, and they could be murked by a handful of hobbits.
Yeah, hang on, man. Like that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I think it makes sense. I do. I mean, I think if you read it, I think you would also think that it made sense because it's like the book has just a lot more. I mean, the wizards aren't nearly as powerful really in the books. They're in the movies. It's like, I mean, it's like I don't know, but.
So they sound like they're really good at they know a lot of things and then cast light spells.
Yeah, they know a lot of things. They have some spells, not that many. And I mean, I think even in the books, I mean, I'm trying to think of what the most high level thing that, like, I'm thinking like spells.
I mean, let's look it up.
Spells, yeah. See, highest level D&D spell.
No, highest magic. Combination of either lightning bolt or light from his staff to warn the good side of the battle of the 5 armies to get together. Blah blah. Gandalf has shown no abilities above 5th level.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah, I'm looking. Gandalf spells in The Hobbit. Let's see. Colored smoke rings. That's a 0 level spell. Blue light from into
Light
the
of
spell.
the Valor.
That's a 0 level. Ventriloquism is.
Gandalf can cast
level.
a lightning bolt projectile at his enemies.
Wait a sec. Open door to the troll's lair. It's a 1st level. Wait. Oh, but he actually failed that one. That's a 1st level spell. 0 level.
He was particularly good at controlling fire and lights.
Wait. Now let's just read everything he ever did. You know, because I just found a whole list. So, colored smoke rings, flashlight.
Flashlight.
Wait, no, flashlight.
I knew it, Gandalf, you nasty bitch.
Probably was Flash. I think that's like level. Hang on. Extinguish flames is the 1st level spell. Definitely a 0 level.
So So the wizards in Lord of the Rings are pretty much fucking worthless.
I mean, dude, if you compare it with a D&D wizard that's like fucking throwing fireballs and like wiping out armies with that shit, they're not nearly as powerful. I mean, you know,
They're level 1 wizards.
An example here is, I mean, well, mostly, yeah. You know, and that's actually one of my favorite things about Lord of the Rings is how much like the wizards do with low-level spells. Like Gandalf is cool as fuck with 0 and first-level spells, and he only uses anything way above that, like 2 or 3 times in the whole series.
But it's all about the hobbits. So he really rarely intervened physically.
Yeah, but like, I mean, my point is like he had a tremendous like impact on the thing without ever like having more than like a first level spell most of the time. You know, like anytime that he's doing his little smoke ring thing, or anytime that he's doing his like his fireworks stuff, like anytime his staff like creates light, those are like all 0 level. I mean, like literally, you know, a first level wizard casts it for free. Right.
There's like
but
blowing
you know,
out little smoke rings.
I mean,
level 0 spell.
A lot of Gandalf's power was that everybody was just like, oh shit, he's a wizard. You know what I mean? And,
You're a wizard.
And that's what the 0 level spells are for. I mean, it's, you know, it's like the flowing in the hair. It's like the twirling of the cape. It's the looking like a wizard that convinces everybody that you're not to be fucked with. You know? I mean.
Just a handful of hobbits will wreck that
I think
ass.
the highest level spell that he did might have been when he lifted the curse from the king in the second movie. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When Grima's like, I told you to take his staff. Why didn't you take his staff? And then he's just like, bleh. And then like
he's like, I'm good again.
He's just like healed. But even that is like probably like a 3rd or 4th level healing spell. I mean, I have to look it up exactly, but let me see.
I mean, he was apparently pretty good with animals, and he was also pretty decent with a sword and a staff.
Elrond's flood looks a lot like control water. Yeah, I agree with that. Ooh, Gandalf smells for the 2 towers.
So it seems like these wizards were mostly trash.
No.
They had lots of knowledge, and they could utilize what they had. They could utilize well. They didn't need a lot of spells. But when you're imagining wizards, and maybe that's just because what we know from Gandalf, he was kind of like what created the whole kind of, not Gandalf, but the Lord of the Rings inspired like D&D. But we see necromancers summoning just fuck tons of skeletons and zombies and.
You've fallen for like Gandalf's like spell here. Like this is the wizard's trick. It's like I'm not kidding. It's like it's.
I'm still torn up about these fucking handful of hobbits fucking up Sharky.
You think that the wizards are like way more powerful than they are, and that's my point. Is Brennan is like, look, man, if you're like walking around town in Nashville, right, and you're like blowing like perfect circle smoke rings, and like
people are gonna think I'm a fucking chode.
No, and you're. Well, and like,
it's like,
and like you can, you carry
watch
around
this shit.
You carry around no, not like that though. No, a better example is like, there's a smoke ring and you just blow like have like a little sailing boat that goes straight through it, or like you have like, you have like a staff and you just tap it on the ground and it fucking lights up. People would think you were fucking Jesus, and they would worship you. It would freak everybody out. You would be all powerful in this town. That's all I'm saying. Right?
And then just a handful of fucking kids come and beat the shit out of you.
But that's the thing, is like, you may not actually have anything beyond, like, parlor tricks, really. And that's kind of what, I mean, they had some real power.
I get what you're saying. They did a lot with a little.
It's, exactly. And that's the thing I really like about Lord of the Rings, especially when I'm thinking about it in, like, a D&D
I'm just thinking it's crazy far-fetched that these hobbits just straight fucked up Saruman, who was like the head of the fucking wizards,
saying,
and who's
Saruman
has been there since the beginning of Middle Earth.
But like he's really smart, and he's connected. He knows what's going on in the world. He's got some spells.
He's got a bunch of guys who've never left their fucking town, beating his ass.
Thing is, well, they did leave their fucking town. They crossed all of Mordor.
4 of them
destroyed
did.
the One Ring.
Four
and
of them
came
did.
Back and kicked his ass. And my point is they, while the wizards may have like some spells and they have a lot of advantages, their main thing is that everybody's like, these guys are wizards, you don't want to fuck with them. That's their main thing. And like, truthfully, the hobbits, I don't think they're punching that high above their weight, especially when they outnumber them. And that's all.
Yeah, but you've got let's say we've got 4 skilled and experienced fighting hobbits, right? They've been through shit.
Yeah.
But then let's say you take 20 farmers, essentially, non-combatant, they've never been in fights, they've never, you've got 4 good in there, and everybody else is running out there with pitchforks and hoes and shit.
In this case, in a purely physical competition, I'd probably bet on the farmers. However, in the case of Saruman versus the 4 experienced hobbits, I'd bet on the hobbits. The reason is because the physical properties of each character are still greatly their strongest, right? In Lord of the Rings, in my opinion.
Well, they just built up their courage.
The magical qualities, it's like they're still, even the wizards are 90%, in my opinion, 90% physical entities, where most of their doing things is riding places on horses, telling people, and there's a lot of, Gandalf does a lot of like motivation, possibly slightly magically assisted.
Yeah.
Which is a first level spell for a command person. So,
it's like inspire courage.
Yeah, exactly. There's possibly, there's a lot of that, but dude, even Gandalf knew he was fucked if an army of orcs came through the door. You know what I mean? Otherwise you'd have gone out and fought the siege of Gondor alone. He's not storming the gates. He's in the battlements.
Those wizards are weak as fuck.
He's like he's giving all these commands. In the movie, he seems a little desperate,
Yeah, these wizards, it's just painting it that these wizards really had a lot of parlor tricks and had a lot of knowledge.
They've got a lot of knowledge.
And they could just do a lot with a little.
But like if they fuck up, they can die. And if they fuck up, they can. Saruman got really fucking cocky.
And they're just a bunch of fucking nerds. And when you have some 4 battle-ready hobbits coming in, the fucking nerd couldn't handle it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like the hobbits. They were in their best form.
Yeah, that was a great weekend.
Yeah, and Saruman was in his worst. At the worst he'd ever been. He was probably at his weakest. He's lost. He lost a lot of his power, and he's still a wizard.
But I don't mean a lot.
The main skill, as I pointed out, the main skill for the wizards is really it's their awareness and how smart they are. And, it's what they know. It's those things.
1,000 years of intelligence.
Saruman got. He really got. He got to a point where he just super fucking cocky. It was he made a lot of mistakes, and I'm just saying, I think he was not drawing on the experience that he had in the situation.
I think Legolas with 1 arrow could have ended.
I think maybe probably. I think Legolas is an equal match, at least to Gandalf in most situations. Now we will talk about Sauron here. Sauron is the same species as those guys.
Yeah.
Way more powerful. Way more powerful.
Well, he's a little higher on the echelon.
No, he's the same. So what? The echelons there.
I thought they were the ones right underneath him.
No,
he's there, and then there's the main.
I'm blanking on the names for them all. But there's the Valor, which is the gods basically.
Right.
Right, and then there's and you know the Valor include like, I mean that's what Morgoth was.
Oh,
right?
okay. Maybe I'm thinking that Morgoth.
So the Valor created the whole world, basically.
Right.
They created Middle Earth. There's like 8 of them or whatever, and they live in the fucking elf land across the water, right? And they don't intervene. They're sworn not to intervene, right? But Morgoth.
Like, nah, bro.
So like, yeah. So like when the Valar create the world or whatever, Morgoth, and I really like the Lord of the Rings creation scene. It's like they all play music, right? But Morgoth intentionally plays out of tune, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever, and fucks it all up basically. And basically everything bad that ever happens in Middle Earth is Morgoth's fault, you know, more or less. So anyway. The Valor don't really usually directly interject, although a few times they do.
This was a heady boy.
They kind of work through they're chosen assistants, you know. That's Gandalf, Saruman, all those wizards. Those are all serving some of the other Valor, right?
Right.
And Sauron was Morgoth's wizard, basically.
Right.
For a bunch of reasons, he ended up way more powerful than the other ones. Like way.
Well, like, cause Sauron was, or Morgoth was more driven to like, eradicate people. And Sauron
wants to control everything.
He just wants to control him. He likes it,
Yeah,
but he wants to control it.
Morgoth's main goal was ultimately to destroy creation.
Right.
Yeah. God, there was some I mean, you know, one of the more interesting things. One of the other interesting things is like, you know, the elf that created the Silmarils, right? I forget his name, but he's like the greatest of the elven smiths. He's brilliant or whatever, and and he creates the Silmarils, right, which Morgoth wants, right? Which is actually really ironic because like, because Morgoth's evil, the Silmarils physically harm him, right?
Right.
He just wants them anyway.
I was thinking that was like a tree or something that they formed.
Well, no, yeah. So it's like this light tree that like casts all the light, or whatever. And anyway, while that tree is still in existence, this elf, this really famous elf, he creates like, you know, these like gemstones that are like that is like managed to capture the light of the tree forever in these gemstones. They're
It's a
called
power,
Silmarils, right? And it's like the most perfect thing that's ever been made by elves, right? And anyway, so Morgoth and Ungoliant, I think Ungoliant the spider, not the same spider from Frodo, but
right.
the other one, the much scarier one, they destroy the tree. And then when that happens, all the Valor quickly realize, oh fuck, the only remaining light of creation is the Silmarils. That's why they're so important.
Right.
Like before then, they were kind of just like sort of cool, but that's because like
the tree already, the tree
because
existed.
the tree existed. It was way more important. But Morgoth has it destroyed, and then Silmarils are the only thing that made. So he really wants the Silmarils.
What happens when the light goes out?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not an expert in this. I mean, it's like, dude, I mean, the fucking mythology on this shit is so dense.
It
it's
is.
so deep.
It is.
It's like, I mean, dude, it's 10 times the depth of shit like Game of Thrones, at least 10 times. It's so complicated, but yeah, Chase man.
This is an IPA. It's called Unicorns West Coast IPA.
Fucking love
featuring
unicorns.
New Zealand
Fucking love
Cascade hops. 6.2%. It's from Pretentious Beer Company. We've had some of their beer before. Pretentious Beer Company, Knoxville, Tennessee. Here's the logo. Well, you're not going to be able to see it because it's green. Kind of. It's narwhal and a unicorn going at it. You know, it's not purely like Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, but it's magical. So that's kind of why I,
Yeah.
Anyways,
So yeah, the mythology. It's fun. It's good stuff. But yeah. So anyway. So and then Sauron ends up way fucking powerful after Morgoth gets banished or whatever, because he I don't know, kind of takes over all of Morgoth's resources and stuff.
Anybody who was loyal
He's
to
also-
Morgoth,
it's like Morgoth
they knew that Sauron was his right-hand man.
That's
So
one
if they're
thing.
local,
And then, Morgoth also created a lot of magical things that became Sauron's
right.
shit.
So any entity that was loyal to Morgoth knew that Sauron is his
Morgoth-
right-hand man. So when
Yeah.
he left, he figured he was just taking up the mantle. So they're like, "We're behind you, broski."
And Morgoth put a lot of his power into Sauron, basically. And anyway.
Did you try it already?
Yes.
Here, hold on.
That's fine. No, it's great. Yeah, no, so yeah, but yeah, so I mean, also Sauron did a lot of min-max, you know what I mean? He did a lot of magical shit to make shit way stronger than it should have been.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the One Ring. I mean, he was really good about finding ways to amplify his power.
Right.
Which is basically what the ring was. All sorts of things like that. So
Just Isildur, just with one swipe,
well,
cut that goddamn finger off, got the ring.
see, Isildur, a normal person, did defeat him. So I mean, it's
Right. But then the ring betrayed him, and he got shot up with arrows.
Interesting thing is what's his name, the elf that made the Silmarils. Morgoth steals the Silmarils, right?
Right.
And basically, and then crosses the sea to Middle Earth, right? Which had never been done before, and he did it across a really dangerous land bridge. And this fucking elf goes after him, right? And then goes all the way to his fortress, and then basically single-handedly attempts to defeat Morgoth and loses, but at some level he thought he could win.
Wait, Morgoth got the...
Morgoth steals the Silmarils, yeah.
Oh.
Which is what starts the war in the First Era.
Gotcha.
And I mean which is also, and so it causes a lot of problems. And it's the reason there's good and bad elves, kind of there's some elves that are not so cool, right? And the reason is those elves. So there was a really one of the things that happened is when the Silmarils get stolen, the elf that forged them, he takes him and all of his he has his little army or whatever, and his acolytes or whatever, and they're going after Morgoth, right? But they don't have any boats, right? And so they go to the elves that are boat builders and they say, "We need your boats," and they say, "Well, you can't have them." And so they just fucking wiped them out and took their boats and left. I'm not kidding. And it's so it's the huge betrayal, and then those elves were banished from the forever, basically. And until they were eventually sort of redeemed by Elrond. But which I think
Is that why they always give him shit? No, they give him shit because he's half.
he's the only half elf. Yeah. But the only one in the whole story. But and the why of that I'm forgetting right now, but it has to do with one of the Silmarils and his father. Because his father is a star now. So his father. Oh yeah. So his father is one of the banished elves, basically, right?
One of the ones that went after
Supposed to come
Morgoth.
back, right? And then Morgoth is defeated by the Valar. The Valar are basically, they go over there and they kick his ass and they're like, "Fuck that guy," and then they go back to wherever they're at and they just chill there for a while. And then shit starts getting crazy again. It's the Second Era, and then Morgoth is, becomes a huge fucking problem again. And then.
So they don't kill
but
Morgoth.
No. But, I mean, they think they've fixed him.
Because he's infinite immortal, right?
Yeah. So anyway, basically, so they sort of like disembody him or whatever. I don't know exactly. I don't remember. But
Right.
but like they go over there, kick his ass. They come back, and then like and then they're just like, Morgoth's fine. We don't care anymore. For like a really long time, and then everybody in Middle Earth is like, what the fuck? Morgoth is a major fucking problem. Where are our gods? And then they're just like, I don't care. We're not worried about it, you know? And like it's fine. We fixed that forever ago. You guys are on your own. It's kind of like a landlord, you know?
Yeah.
And anyway, this particular elf, like he like fucking, even though he's banished, he goes all the way over there and like directly goes to the Valar, and he's like, yo, what the fuck, guys? And they're like, oh yeah, you were right. And so then they go and they kick Morgoth's ass again, but this time banish him into the void so that he can't come back ever, right? Basically. And then, as a reward for Elrond's father, they give him one of the Silmarils and turn him into a star. So he's just like always like flying around in the sky with one of the Silmarils, and it's like that's what that star is. It's like
I thought all those stones become rings. Like
no. The I don't think so. No.
I thought they were
what
the
happens to
stones
the
that go
other-
into the rings.
So one of one of the Silmarils is cast into the ocean, the other into a volcano, and the other into a star. And that's where they're at by the time of.
So a volcano means it's ruined. I guess destroyed.
No, it's in there. It's just how you get it out.
Yeah.
You know? Same one with the one that's in the ocean. It's like this fucking vortex now.
Oh.
You know, so that's the. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's. I gotta look this shit up. I could be wrong. I could be mixing it up with.
Well, I mean,
entirely
like
other
you said, the lore is fucking deep.
It's deep.
It's
hard for me
helm
to keep
deep.
up with. Get out of here. That is terrible. Terrible, Brandon. Yeah, okay, so one's thrown into a fiery pit, and the other thrown into the sea. And then the third is a star now. Basically, or is basically like flying around in this like orbit.
Like a comet.
Yeah. Yeah. Or a satellite specifically.
Yeah.
But
I'm liking this beer.
anyway, so they're all
This
essentially
IPA's a juicy boy.
They're all essentially out of reach. By the time of the third era.
And that maintains all mankind on Middle Earth as long as they exist.
No, I don't know. I don't know
'Cause,
exactly
I mean-
their purpose. Honestly.
I mean, what was the tree's purpose?
It provided life. Before that, so.
It was like
and
the
then
sun.
the Valar were, well, yeah, it was the sun. And then the Valar were just like, fuck, I guess we have to make a sun now. So they create the Valar then creates the sun and the moon. Right? Before that,
It was a tree.
Before that, it was a tree.
So anywhere the tree's light
So
didn't
basically-
reach because it didn't move.
And if I guess
it
like
was
if
dark
they're considered-
areas like Lion King
No,
shit.
well, no, I could, like, I don't know.
Everything.
Actually,
light
so back then the world was flat. Actually.
So it was just everything was just well lit all the time. There
Yeah.
was
So the tree, and then everything's flat, and then what happens? Basically, the Valar decide they don't want to fuck with Middle Earth anymore. They don't like anybody over there, and that's after the seafaring mankind or whatever. They're like, so basically Middle Earth is like its own thing. The Valar sort of look over it, and the one rule is like, don't ever try to come here. Basically,
keep your stinking paws off.
Basically, unless you're an elf, don't come here. That's what the rule is, right? And if the elves, if they've been to Middle Earth, if they go back to Valar, they can never return to Middle Earth, right? So, or whatever. So that's why the elves sell to Valar. You know what I mean? But you're not supposed to do that if you're any other race. Some of them apparently get away with it. You know, except
Hobbits?
Yeah, the hobbits got away with it. Gimli
They sent his ass back.
eventually sails to Valar and probably gets murdered. I'm not kidding. That's probably what happened.
Why do you say that?
It's like sort of vaguely hinted to in the book, in the Silmarillion. You know, and
You should. I mean, you should look up and see what happens
Fourth Era.
to Gimli when he goes to Valor.
Yeah, let's look it up. he's the only dwarf to ever go there. But anyway,
what happens to Gimli when he goes to Valor?
Valinor.
Yeah, sorry. The Undying
The
Lands.
Valor are the...
Yes. A couple elves and the Forever. Short answer is no one knows because no one returns.
Yeah, I mean, it's just known that he eventually goes there. You don't know what happens when he gets there. But the Valor are normally really not friendly to this, so he was probably killed. But, maybe not.
Legolas and Gimli became fast, strong, quick friends, blah, blah, blah. He would most likely reside in Helheim until the end of the world. Gimli, being mortal, would die. Being a good person and blessed place, he would find healing and ease. The myth of his life might be a bit above average for his people, but his body would die. Okay.
Yeah, so basically, anyway, so...
He gonna die regardless.
These particular humans, they're the seafaring guys that are in Rings of Power. You know what I'm talking about? I'm forgetting their names right now. The Numenor.
Yes, the Numenor.
Yeah. So they...
the elves wrecked the Numenor?
Well,
in
sort of.
one of their
so
ships?
The Numenor, are doing all sorts of shit Middle Earth, right? And they're very... So the Numenor are the humans that helped that helped defeat Morgoth in the first age, right? So they're rewarded the island of Numenor.
Right, in like an extended life.
An extended life, right? And so they have, they live 10 times longer than normal men. They have this island that's like perfect, right? And the only condition is that they never sail west, right? And anyway, and things go well for a few thousand years. One of the Numenoran kings gets cocky, and it's just like, let's go reclaim Valinor, And it's like there's a whole bunch of shit that goes in there. Anyway,
they done goofed.
The Valor are just like, I don't think so, and they fucking sink all the ships. And then, as if that wasn't enough, they sink Numenor, the whole thing. Men, women, children, dogs, don't care. Sink the whole fucking thing. And then, as if that wasn't enough, they're just like, they recreate the world into a sphere with Valor next to it, or Valinor next to it, and sail there by boat. But before that, the whole Middle Earth was flat.
And how did you get the Earth was flat? The world was flat. How did you get to Valinor? But you still could sail there. So when the Earth became round, you still could sail there.
Yes, but it's off in space. It's like a separate thing, sort of separate. So the only way to sail there is through like a specific way. You can only go from like one particular elvish port or some shit. I don't know exactly, but like that's like kind of how. I mean, yeah. Well, that's why the tree divided light, right? And then there was like shit. You agree with something, and
Morgoth was fucking everything up.
Yeah. Anyway, Lord of the Rings and shit. I don't know.
Lord of the Rings.
I can rant.
No, I know that's what I wanted because I knew you knew a lot more about it than I did. And
I'm fascinated by the mythology. It's fun.
No,
it's one of the great. It's one of the best mythos like in the whole like ever created. I mean,
it's full fucking language.
It's like fucking up
written
there with,
and spoken.
I mean, it's like up there with like the Bible in like terms of like. I mean, forgive my blasphemy, but like in terms of like creating like a deep mythological story with like, possibly religious undertones. It's basically on that level of depth. You know what I mean? But it came from like a single guy, right? I mean,
and his son some.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, like that whole mythology was just so deep, Mm-hmm. I mean, I can't think of anything deeper besides maybe the Bible, written by like fucking brilliant people, right?
Yeah.
In terms of like just sheer like depth of story, and like, I don't know, maybe Dante's, but probably not. Dante's is much smaller, I think. What else is there? What's another huge fucking story? Deep, like, backstory.
Is really, really in depth, besides the Bible. And obviously when we say the Bible, we obviously mean other religious texts.
Yeah. Game of Thrones is up there.
Would you say something like Star Wars?
Star Wars is kind of up there. I think Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings are both bigger.
I mean, Star Wars, for every race, there's like written out crazy
if you
amounts of
include the
detail.
extended stuff that's been written by 1,000 people, then sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're not factoring in. We're just
But I mean, I'm thinking in terms of like written by like kind of like a single, mostly like what could compete with Lord of the Rings. I mean, I think Game of Thrones is this. I mean, I'm not saying it just because it's the same genre, but I mean, I think any genre is fair game here if it's as big.
Salvatore, what's his name? R.A. Salvatore. What's his name?
What?
He wrote like the Drit series. He did a lot of like the D&D, the greater D&D books.
Yeah.
But I guess you can't really count him because he's using material that's was already created before him. D&D already existed, like the mythos.
Mm-hmm.
He just expanded upon it.
I guess who had the greatest contribution to a mythology? I think
Single person.
Yeah, and we'll count the Bible as one thing maybe for now, just for the sake of comparison.
Yeah.
So you have chosen death.
Not bad. Some of these are really low, but I do like this one.
Hello, my old friend. This will be a night to remember.
All right. Anyways, are you still looking up the? Here, go ahead and knock down that beer because I want to try this. Please don't. Please don't. This one's called The Coming Dark, and Jake found this one. It's Edmund's Oast. It's an imperial stout with 44% aged. It's with 44% aged in bourbon barrels. The product is Charleston, South Carolina. Edmund's Oast. They make great beer. We've had a lot of their beer. But we like the label because it looks like ring wraiths, basically, coming in to fuck shit up. Try to get that in a little closer. Pretty cool, right? All right.
I agree. Sir.
We're going to a bourbon barrel imperial stout.
Pour it up. Give me 10 seconds. 1 second.
How dare you, sir? Jake has abandoned me, guys. So
No,
I know. I'm fucking with you. Yeah, you're good. So, The Coming Dark. I was trying to get some more info on it. Brewed and canned by Edmund's Oast Brewing Company. Here, I'll do that. 1505 King Street, Charleston, South Carolina. I was trying to find some more actual info. It's a 9%. And we know it's an imperial stout with it's been aged in bourbon barrel ales. So It smells sweet. It smells sweet. I'm worried. It smells sweet. It's only 9%, so it shouldn't be too scary because it's only. No. No, I'm good. I should have been sipping tonight instead of actually drinking. Yeah. No, I want to be okay for. No, I want to be okay for. If I drink too much, I'm not going to be. I'm not going to want to go to Muay Thai in the morning.
Why don't you just read about karate chops? Like, get it out there.
I've got a cinematic video of you karate chopping wood. It was already broken, and then we had you. Anyways.
Make karate chop. Swift chop. What's this precious?
All right, what's the one you want for?
Potatoes.
Not on there.
Potatoes.
All right.
All right, then. Keep your secrets.
For the mash stick in the stew.
Wow, that's good. I was worried it was going to be sweet.
Yeah, it's a little sweet.
It's not overwhelmingly sweet. This is the right blend. This is the right blend. They did this right. A lot of times when there's bourbon barrel or where it's like a higher ABV, it's so fucking sweet. It's like candy. And as much as I have a sweet tooth, a lot of times they're a bit much for me. So this is a great balance of oh, ignore it for a second. No, the front door. He's looking at the wood shop.
I heard something about that. It sounded like a part.
Yeah, it could be. So it's often difficult sometimes because they make it so sweet. I don't know if it's cover up the alcohol or if it's part of the process that just makes it sweet. I don't know. But either way, they did this one really well. It is 9%, but it's not a super boozy boy as far as taste of alcohol. And yeah, it's pretty easy. So, because the lore is so large with Lord of the Rings, right? So right now we're doing kind of the show that's out, Rings of Power. It's building on kind of how these rings of men and elves were created, and Galadriel's hunt of Sauron, basically. And I'm just wondering what else you think they're going to go with, because there's so much out in the mythos. Do you think that they could do something after Lord of the Rings, or
Well, probably not. But the reason is because of like copyright shit. Because like what they actually own the rights to, they don't have any of the song. They can't use any of the song.
Yeah, but I mean, stuff changes.
Yeah, I mean maybe. I mean, I'd love to see some. I mean, the thing right now is like they have access to basically to the lore that is mentioned in Lord of the Rings already.
Yeah.
Basically, and like it's
kind of prequels, or it's like flashback info.
Yeah, but they can't actually use stuff that's only in the Silmarillion. So that means no fourth era. Under the current deal. Maybe that'll change. Maybe somebody will get the rights to it and make a fourth era thing. But like that's so far Tolkien's like family has been like, you can use like Lord of the Rings shit, but everything else just books for now. You know?
Just books? Just Lord of the Rings books?
So, and they can use like some of like Christopher Tolkien's like notes basically. But like so they have access to like some notes, and they have access to movies and The Hobbit. You know, The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, that stuff. They've got
some
that
notes,
plus like notes and shit, but they can't use the Silmarillion, they can't use Children of Huron. Which is my favorite one.
Is it? Is it? And it's still within the same world.
Yeah, it's in the second era, Morgoth. My favorite thing is just like the sort of the absurdity of the characters. So it's a tragedy basically. It's like Tolkien writing like a tragic kind of like it reads like a Greek tragedy. Shakespearean tragedy. You know, like that's what I like about it. And like the like it has like all the characters are like, you know, like the ultimate embodiment of like you know, like their personality. You know what I mean? Or whatever. Like they're the ultimate version of themselves, kind of. And so like, the main character is basically
He's not a hobbit.
No. So he's human, right? He's got like basically Morgoth like sort of like puts this curse on him where it's like, you know, where it's just like fucking anybody that he cares about will die, you know, basically.
Anybody he cares about?
Something like that, you know, kind of. And like so he ends up mistakenly murdering his best friend, you know, like he mistakes him for like an enemy and kills him, right? You know, like he kills like the girl he likes, you know, eventually like gets like, I don't know, he's hunted by a dragon this whole fucking time, like a shadow dragon, you know, like a necromancer made dragon that Morgoth creates, just like fucking hunts him down this whole time, and it's just like sort of running.
Why though?
Well, it's because Morgoth was offended by his father, Huron, right?
Okay.
Huron is also cursed. Huron is not dead. Huron is sitting in Mordor on the top of Sauron's tower, and Sauron gives him the ability to see everything that happens to his children, you know, and also immortality. You know, he's alive until his entire line is wiped out, and so
So he cursed him and his family, and he's cursed
basically,
by having
cursed
immortality and having to watch his family.
Watch
be
his family
tortured.
suffer. Yeah, basically, that's his curse essentially.
That's a pretty dirty one.
Pretty fucked up. Yeah. Anyway, but there's some crazy shit that happens. Like Huron, or Turin is the main character. Turin he is the most interesting magical item in like the whole Lord of the Rings. He has a helmet that whenever he wears it, he cannot be defeated in battle. If he wears this helmet, he cannot lose. And it's kind of great because there's
Does that helmet come back and?
No, I think I don't know what happens to it. I don't remember. I read this when I was in high school.
I just feel like I've heard this before.
Yeah, I probably
well, I guess no, maybe just some item that if somebody wears it, they can't be defeated in battle.
Yeah. So like it's kind of fucking crazy because like there's at least 3 times in that book where he like single-handedly wipes out like a whole fucking army. You know, I mean it's like Jesus Christ. You know, I mean I'm not kidding. He just like fucking yoinks a whole army.
It's a pretty OP helmet.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's not like it's something that's, you know, something a little awkward. It's something that's literally already battle ready.
Dude, it beats the shit out of the One Ring. I mean, it's way more powerful.
It's not like a bracelet that, you know, you have to wear. Something awkward, you know,
I mean,
like
the One Ring had nothing on this. I don't even remember where it came from, but I gotta look this up.
The helmet of Tauron, what was it called?
Turin, yeah.
Turin.
Let's see. Let's see what it says.
All right, then, keep your secrets.
The Dragon Helm of Dorloman. Okay.
Where the fuck does he get such an OP fucking item?
Yeah, really.
What would you do with a helmet like that, Jake?
I would fuck shit up, I guess, you know?
Would you have some kind of purge situation where...
I'd be a good guy.
Would you?
Yeah.
I was thinking of what...
Okay, it had the ability to protect the wearer from any harm or wound, major or minor.
Okay. And he just willy-nilly got it?
Okay, yeah. So the quote specifically is, "A power was in it that guarded any who wore it from wound or death, for the sword that hewed it was broken, and the dart that smote it sprang aside." Yeah. So no, he obtained it from his foster father, who obtained it from who knows where.
The fucking gods.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, yeah. There's like 3 cases in this book that I remember. I mean, it's just like.
So what happens to him?
He kills himself in the end.
He's like, no, nobody can hurt me.
Yeah, it's a tragic story, man. It's much darker. That's one of the reasons I liked it. Is it's actually like legitimately much darker than anything else.
He
Tolkien ever
drowns
wrote.
because there was no actual enemy.
Well, let's see. Let's look up Turin. Let's read his story.
I've said this before, maybe not on the show. I think the most OP villain would be somebody who controls and can speak to flies. That would be OP. Well, for one, you would be a millionaire, billionaire, whatever, you know. And if you don't get it, 1 second, hold on that. If you don't get it, then just think about it a little more. If you made, you know, $1 million bets on things that require somebody do something or not do something, maybe you placed money on a football game and there's a team that was really supposed to, that was, you know, like maybe it was the fucking Cleveland Browns and you're like, I want the Cleveland Browns to win. And every game, for some reason, flies just get into the, you know, opponent's face, you know, and you win all these crazy bets. Or, you know, there's some president or somebody who's going for election, whatever, and, you know, they'd be pretty bad if flies were in their face during the election and they fell off stage. Or, you know, you can think about these kind of things. Like, it gets crazy. You know, if you can only be a fly on the wall, so if they communicate, I know they have short lifespans, but if you know, fly is a perfect little spy. They can, you know, fly in through a window or hang on a jacket and get all kinds of secret details. You could be a pretty nasty villain or hero. I don't know. That was something very stupid that I wanted to bring up for no apparent reason. Continue. The story of this fucking...
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find the good shit. Okay, so this is where he murders his friend.
Ah, yes. The friend murder. He took the heavenly cock bottle opener, joust him in the neck.
Let's see. Glaurung, dragon.
Dude, look at this fucking relic. You guys know what this is?
iPod?
This is an iPod Touch. Bitch is working. I found out that it still worked, and I was pretty happy about it. Camera roll. Photo library. It's a bunch of nerd shit. I don't think any of this is actually... Nope, there's nothing Lord of the Rings in here. It's Darth Vader and Samuel Jackson, the Wizard of Oz. Just like, okay. But the reason I kept it is because I have a crazy amount of games on here that I used to play a fuck ton of that you can't really get anymore on iOS. You guys know that sound? Yes, that is Secret of Mana.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, all right. So this is how he dies. So like, his sister,
who's also, I'm sure, gone through her shit because all the family gets tortured, basically.
We didn't know it was his sister. They've been banging this whole time.
Oh shit! Damn it, Tolkien.
Yeah, like
that's some old boy shit.
No, like, you know, like Star Wars style.
No, they just, you know, she kissed him.
No, they just kissed on screen. They definitely fucked. That's all I'm saying.
You've seen Old Boy, right?
Yeah.
He like goes off into a thing for 15 years. When he gets out, he ends up like hooking up with his. Well, it's a girl. It's the first girl that's been interested in him in 15 years because he's been locked in a room by himself, and it just so happens to be his daughter that he doesn't recognize because she was like 3 when he went in, or something like that, or 4 or 5. I don't know, but either way, he felt so bad about it that he cut his own tongue off.
So it's kind of like incestual Romeo and Juliet. So like
Yeah.
basically, she believes that Turin is dead, and so she kills herself, and then Turin recovers and finds out all this, and then he kills himself.
Yeah.
So,
Way to plagiarize, fucking Tolkien. Think for yourself, sir. Think for yourself.
But no, it's a great book. I highly recommend it. It's got a lot of depth. It's awesome. I mean, it's a great read.
Speaking of spin-offs of books, I heard they're doing the novellas of the Hedge Knight for Game of Thrones. The story of
Hedgie.
No, Eggman. Is it?
I just made that up.
No, it's like it's not Aemon. But they called him Egg because he had a bald head because he cut his Targaryen hair off, and he hung around with this like hedge knight. But he wasn't really a knight. He was somebody who said he was a knight. But with this Targaryen, this royalty, basically hanging out with this pauper, this poor person, and like kind of getting close to the people and getting humbled. It's him being a squire for this wannabe knight. And it's, I don't remember how many books, like 4 novella books or 4 things of it, but they're going to be making, hopefully, that. It was what's been said, but Game of Thrones, you never can tell. There's been like 3 Game of Thrones series based off the books that just never became a thing.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
I don't know. Of all the like series that are like really like deep like that, I feel like Lord of the Rings is my favorite.
Yeah.
Followed maybe by like not Game of Thrones, maybe Star Wars.
I am a huge Star Wars fan.
Pretty big Star Wars fan.
Have you been watching Ahsoka?
No, I don't have Disney Plus. On that TV.
There's one downstairs, Disney Plus, isn't it? You don't have it in your room?
I don't know what happened to it.
Oh. Well, it's out there. I don't think there's really any callback. Like, I mean, spoilers. Hayden Christensen shows back up. And no. As Anakin. It's whenever Bananakin. It's whenever Ahsoka is like, spoilers. You think she's dead, and she goes into this like ethereal plane, and who's there? It is Anakin. He's like, I thought you would have advanced a lot further than you had. Like, it seems I have more to teach you. So he pulls out his sword and his lightsaber, and they start fighting. And then all of a sudden, she's back into the Clone Wars. So all the shit that was happening in the Clone Wars with Rex and whatever. So it's all of that, but instead of it being done in CG, it's done in real life with Hayden Christensen being Anakin, and it's her going through various aspects of the Clone Wars with Anakin, and kind of having to learn things. And yeah, so I've enjoyed it so far. You have these guys who are not really Sith, and they're not really Jedi. They're like fallen Jedi, and they have orange lightsabers. And they, huh? Isn't that the monster you kill? The monster hunter? It's like a snake. Like a Moroccan snake. Yeah. Yes. So there's these like fallen Jedi. I will in a second. And then they're trying to bring back Admiral Grand Admiral Thrawn, the blue guy, blue man, and he's like off in some deep far galaxy, and they now have a way to do it. And spoilers again, Ahsoka is inside the mouth of a well. It's some kind of like galaxy well that can transverse multiple galaxies. So she's inside their mouth. Yes. But yeah, that's just basically where I'm at. And I think the new episode probably drops either today or the next couple days.
I had access to it. Probably watch it.
Man, are you sure it's not downstairs?
Tried before.
Disney Star Wars. I have an account. Maybe I'll try to log into it downstairs. Anyways, Jake, what do you think about this beer? Edmund's Oast. Is that it? Pretty good?
This is one of my favorite.
Of the night.
Well, one of my favorite Edmund's Oast I've had, I think. Favorites of the night.
I spoke to one of their distributors one time.
Was good.
This one from right down the street from us. This is from Living Waters.
And the Three Floyds was way better than I thought it would be because I don't normally like Three Floyds that much.
But they did a Brettanomyces. They went a little outside their comfort
one of my
zone.
normal. It's kind of one of my favorite styles.
Yeah, it's got a nice funkiness to
A bit
it.
of funk, a little bit like drinks like a fucking heart.
I need to get Anjay on the show, and we do vintage. Yeah, he doesn't really come into Butchertown Hall anymore. I don't really know why, but he doesn't really come there anymore. So I haven't really had a chance to talk to him. He might not, to be honest. He might
I don't
not.
come in there no more hardly.
We do have some good beer on tap though.
Back when I was like,
We got some. We've recently stepped up. We got some good.
It's just the food bores me, to be honest.
You've gotten. It's the same food. It's the same food. It's just you've already had it too many times.
Yeah, it just never changes, and you know, it's like you guys ever gonna do anything interesting this with it?
We did. We used to do specials a couple times a month. We used to do specials, but they never really sold. They never really sold, so Chef ended up throwing them away.
I think the problem, maybe with that menu, from an outside perspective.
Yeah, I'm down to hear it. They're probably not, but
I mean, my problem with it is if I go there, it's like anything that's not like the tacos and shit is like twice the price. You know, and so
I mean, you get 3 tacos. I mean, that's like $18.
Yeah, it's the thing. It's a great deal. But it's like a steak
Is
is like
it?
$40 or some shit. You know,
The steak is pretty expensive.
and it's like, you know, so tacos, I feel like it's an all right deal, and they're okay. I mean, they're good tacos.
I mean, you're paying like $6 to $7 a taco.
That's fine. Yeah, I mean, you do that. At
How much would you pay a red-headed stranger?
Well, $4, but it's full price, and I pay $2. But now, RHS, their tacos are. I get tired of them too. But
A burger though.
yeah, and I mean, I like a lot of their food at RHS, and I really love the specials that they sometimes do.
I think
That's when you go there, man. It's the specials.
I
But-
think their burger is one of the best in Nashville.
Yeah. I mean, I think RHS is one of my favorite restaurants, and even if I did pay full price, it still would be.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great deal for the tacos for sure. But I would get sick of it, honestly.
Yeah.
And I also went through a phase where I'm not eating meat like I used to. Like, I'm trying to only eat like a little bit. I'm trying to be healthier.
You went through a Nicoletta's phase.
Yeah, I like that place. I like bread. I love bread. And they're very reasonably priced. It's on the way home. It's right, you know, it's easy, man. But
I mean, that sausage and peppers, man.
yeah.
Pretty good. And you don't really get it too often. You get their chips, but I think their fries are actually really good.
Yeah, the fries are alright. Yeah, they're just like by the time you get wherever you're going, they're like
Soggy.
So
Yeah.
I never get the fries for that reason. I mean, if they were crispy, I'd be like, yeah, alright, cool.
Oh, well, I used to eat them at Mickey's, so I would just go over to Mickey's and just eat.
Mickey's just smells bizarre, and it's like I can't stand the inside. So I mean, if I go in there, I like Mickey's, but only long enough to. I mean, I go in, I order a drink, I walk outside. I can't eat inside the place because it just smells like Mickey's.
Smells like a dive.
It smells like mildew, or mold, or you know.
Something to that effect.
Yeah. Basically, I mean, it's the building essentially. It's some sort of problem, but and I can smell it next door to it. I mean, I can literally I can be standing 10 feet from the door and start to smell it. It's bizarre. But I think I maybe sometimes have a pretty acute sense of smell.
Yeah. Alicia and I did. We had some velvet taco last night.
They're expensive.
Are they?
They also fucking nearly killed me once.
I had the we had this. I had the steak. It's like a Wagyu steak. No, it's Kobe burger. It's Kobe smash burger taco. That was really good.
I ordered.
And they have
food there
curry
once,
queso.
and
That's
it's
really
like,
good too.
I'm gonna be honest. Like I ordered a couple of tacos there, and all three of my tacos had tinfoil.
Never had that.
Yeah, it was kind of it was a little lame.
So
Kinda ruined it for me.
which velvet taco was it?
One of these.
The one over there by Main Street Liquors? Really?
Yeah, I haven't gone back really
I feel like they
since,
haven't been
honestly.
open very long.
No, the one time I went there, the only time I've ever gone. No, I went twice. The first time I only got a beer, but then the second time I went.
Dos pedos.
I mean, I spent like $6 or $7 on my tacos, right? And I mean, they were average, you know. But then like I take like 2 or 3 bites, and it's just like a giant piece of fucking tinfoil buried in the tacos, and all 3 of them. And then I was just like, hey guys, what's up with the tinfoil on the tacos? You know, it was like I was planning on eating my food, and they wouldn't refund me.
That's strange.
I mean, they wouldn't even make me new tacos. It was like, what the fuck? So I'm not going back there.
Okay, I mean that's fair.
But
That's reasonable.
yeah. I mean, they were. I mean, I thought totally unreasonable. But it was nice about it. But,
Yeah.
I mean, sort of like I was kind of like, hey man, you know, my tacos,
Here, move that one a bit. Move the bottle.
my tacos are
No,
filled
I
with
mean,
metal, and I mean, I think exactly what I said is, I said, hey man, you know, can I get some new tacos? These ones are filled with metal, and
So like, what a fucking insane person.
and then I was like, look, you know, and then they were just like, what do you mean? They're fun, and I was like, no, hang on, I was like, look, I mean, it's like I take one apart, and it's just like a row of tinfoil, and like the whole thing. You know, and it's like I don't. And then I mean maybe at this point, like after I was getting like some backlash, I'm just like, okay, I'm maybe a little bit sassier than I normally am. I'm just like, look, I mean I don't know about you, but like I don't eat metal. It's like it's not I'm not a robot. I don't eat metal, and I would like tacos that don't like hold the.
I like
the
some
metal,
more tacos,
please.
please, but hold the metal.
Hold the metal. It's like it's not listed on the menu, so you know.
I don't believe I ordered metal tacos.
I mean, I was like being a little bit like I was maybe being I peppered in some sarcasm after I got some backlash, but I was still being like kind of like I think reasonable, like sort of funny, you know, like I wasn't being like I mean I wasn't like pissed off, you know what I mean?
You're like, just please.
I was just like, can I just like have some tacos that don't contain this, you know? It's just like please like just honestly like. Gonna have tacos that have like, I mean, I want like less of the periodic table. You know, like
that's a reasonable request, Jake.
Reasonable request. That is what I thought too. But they weren't having it, so I was just like, okay, I'm out of here. You know? Seemed uncool.
So Jake.
Yeah.
Pick your poison. No, don't use the table. Pick your poison. Hold on. Which one did you grab? All right, do I need to go a little deeper? Hold on.
Give me this shit.
Well, I don't want you to open the bottle with it.
That would be cool as fuck, though.
I did hear some.
That'd be cool as fuck, though.
No, I would like you not to. I mean, it's not a great blade, but it's my blade.
Actually, I don't think it'll fuck it up. I'm not really putting any strength there. And just trying to get through that shit so
You literally can just peel it off with your finger. Here, well now you have access to the side of the cap, so. give the give the cock a.
I gotta do it just once more.
Done.
We did it.
Done and done.
Wait. I think we have more. I'm gonna put it back on there. Take it off my teeth. Hell yeah. I feel like that's badass.
What a fucking.
I think I broke off a tooth.
What a monster. All right, this looks like a collaboration with Main Street Liquors.
They were confused though. They didn't even know this existed at Main Street. They were just like,
They didn't.
Fuck. Where'd you get that? Is that a Main Street beer? No, that
And
was...
this is
Keeping that.
the aged and barreled series. So it says Cruella Dubel. It's like Cruella Deville.
Yeah.
Duville. 8.9%. It was bottled 11/28, so last year. I'm assuming. Why not put the year on it? Why not put the month and the year? But it is what it is.
Three Gnomes is pretty fucking good. Honestly.
Crazy Gnomes Brewery.
Crazy Gnomes.
I've never actually been to their brewery.
Oh, it's good. I've been there a few times. They're chill, man. They make things.
Stuff and things.
They sometimes are known to craft. Yeah.
They're gnome.
They're
gnome.
They're gnomish.
They're gnomescent. Would gnomes be hobbits?
Yeah, they're close, man.
The Asian Barrel series.
The Asian
Cruella
Barrel series.
Dubel. It's a double.
Yeah, love it.
All right. Jesus. Oh, Muay Thai. You can put it off to the side.
Don't worry, man. Listen, look, we're gonna manifest this right now. Look at me.
The only thing is if
Look
I
at me.
drink too much, I'm not going to have any drive to actually go to my class tomorrow. I barely have drive to go there to begin with. Okay.
Not me.
Okay.
I want you to repeat after me, and this does not apply to me. I'm not.
I left my laptop charger out, so I'll come to get that in the morning.
Repeat that and say, not repeating after me, and say so you even want to right now.
I will
go
to I think you're saying more in Spanish.
Muay Thai tomorrow. You haven't repeated me.
I will go to Muay Thai tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I was trying to maybe for a moment there I was thinking about maybe coaxing you into saying something ridiculous, and you were like, oh shit, now I manifested that I have to. Yeah, but I couldn't think of something fast enough. You know what I've been saying a lot, actually? My new favorite thing to say. You know what it is? Moy slay. You know?
Awful.
Moy slay. My favorite thing. Cheers. Moy slay. Are you part of the crowd that's just like slay?
No, I'm not.
Why not? Ooh, that's good. And it's like a meaty taste to it, kind of like earthy, robust kind of something. Pretty good. You're not? Why not say it? Why not say
Slay.
Alright. So Moy slay, right?
Moy slay.
Moist.
Moist slay.
Moy slay.
It's when it's having sex, like a moist slay.
Yeah. Moy slay.
Moist slay.
Damn it. You made it weird. Ruined it.
Moist slay.
It's moy slay.
Slay.
Slay! Yes.
I wonder if
it's
they have
great.
slay on here.
I hope so. No.
It all pulls up.
Must be a coincidence, bro. Slay Queen. That's great. That's good.
Slay!
Yes! Slay! Yeah, do that. Yeah, do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Slay!
Actually, the tone wasn't like perfect. It was like.
Big slay?
Alright. Enough. God damn it. Jesus Christ. My mind is going. I can feel it. My mind is going.
So my babe is coming back in the morning to get her charger. Why did you lull me?
What? Brandon, you should come to my Sunday, October 8th. I'm gonna do a little house show.
You told me. It's on a Sunday.
Yeah. Can you be off and come?
No
No pressure. I would love it if you make it to the Tuesday show, November 7th. If you had to pick one or the other, maybe that one. Although I will say, if you care at all about the music, like if you enjoy that, you don't have to, but if you do enjoy that, I think the house show is going to be the place to be. So this is the vibe that I'm going for. So some friends of mine told me that I had to do an album release show because I wasn't going to do one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, I got talked into it basically. And they were like, use our place. And it's like, okay. And it's like, and they were like, yeah, use our place.
I'm a
We'll
piece
help
of
you-
shit.
we'll
Hold
help
that
you out.
vibe.
What the fuck? I can't hold this. What did? What dates, Brandon? Get back here. What? Oh, I don't get it. Well, I don't know what Brandon's up to. Jesus Christ. Oh well. I'm just gonna like sit here and vibe out for a little while, and we'll just see how it goes. You know. Man, too many cars are getting stolen lately. Whoa. Fuck. I don't know. I'm just like, without being in here, what do I talk about? Okay. What? That's what was peeking?
Yeah, in a sense. I noticed that my hood flipped backwards, and now I look like a medieval executioner.
It's fine. It's good. It's a good vibe for you.
I look like a medieval executioner.
Yeah, that's kind of awesome. That's kind of great, dude. Honestly, we should be publicly executed on the show. Like whenever we're just like, that's it. That's
The end of the
we
show.
Just, like, yeah, we just hire someone to publicly execute us.
Who is the unsung hero? And I know you already the way you're gonna already answer this, but who's the unsung hero of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit? What? Well, I guess it would just be of The Hobbit.
The Hobbit? The Hobbit, the movie Hobbit?
No, just Lord of the Rings. Sorry, Lord of the Rings.
In Lord of the Rings, who's the unsung? Who's the main character?
The one everybody says, but maybe by what you just said, maybe you don't agree.
Well, so look, I'm not a big fan of Frodo. Sam is Thor. And so
He drives everything, though. It should be the story of Sam.
Well,
Because Frodo is so fucking boring that Sam pulled him along the whole way.
so Gandalf is the most important character. He's the guy moving the chess pieces.
Right.
You know, he's the most important character in terms of the good guys.
But he is a sung hero. They suck his dick the whole movie.
Yes, sort of. I mean, he's not like.
But
he's
Sam
not,
gets.
He's not in.
Sam's made
he's
to look
not
like
the-
a fucking a mentally handicapped person.
Gandalf doesn't really have like the same hero status as Frodo does, in the sense that like Gandalf is just sort of fulfilling his expected role. Like if he did less, people would be like, "What the fuck," you know?
Yeah.
But like, Whereas Frodo, if he did less, everybody would just be like, well, he's a hobbit,
Yeah.
So so Gandalf fulfills his role, and he does a lot more than anybody else does. But still, he's not like he's not like unmentioned, he was always destined to be a famous hero in this.
They.
But that was just that role was like appointed to him, and all he had to do was not fuck up.
Look at this fucking dunce.
Fucking Samwise Gamgee.
Look how they fucking. They made him look like a. They basically painted him out. The whole show, to be a fucking dummy.
No, I don't know.
Is this just out of focus
Sam is a little
photo?
bit of a laughable character. He's like, he's sort of klutzy, and he's not like he's not really like the smartest out of them. He's got some serious determination, which is probably his best. Dude, my favorite scene?
They make him out like he's
my favorite scene, have you seen that cartoon?
Like a lesser person.
Have you seen that cartoon where like Gandalf is just like, it's like in that cartoon, it's like Sam and Frodo, and then like there's like one scene where like Gandalf like looks away, and then like he goes back to Sam, he's just like that, and Sam's just like and it's like.
Is it in the cartoon?
Yeah, it's like why the fuck did Gandalf do that?
It's Sam is low hanging fruit.
Well, yeah, but really, I don't know. The thing that I love about Lord of the Rings is so full of these it has like these these deeper characteristics to all of its characters. Frodo, for example. He's like chosen for this job, and he accepts it, and he does it. But
the hero's journey.
But he is a weak character without the people around him. Right?
Right.
But, Sam is, he's not the smartest, he's not the strongest, but he's more, he never, ever, ever gives up. That's his, that's his quality.
He's got heart.
Yeah, exactly. That's his quality. In that sense, I think he is kind of the real hero, in that, Frodo couldn't have pulled it off without him.
He fucking carried his ass along the end.
Yeah, Frodo could not have pulled it off without him. No doubt about it. Gollum is a bit of a
he's also lawful evil. Would you say?
No. He's not lawful evil.
Lawful neutral.
No, he might be. I would.
He follows rules.
No, he's. This is a little bit tricky to define because he has sort of a dual personality. So, it's like. So he has maybe he probably has. I think he has sort of a chaotic evil side and a lawful neutral side. And that Smeagol is like good Smeagol is kind of lawful neutral, and evil Gollum is kind of chaotic evil.
Yeah.
And that when I say chaotic evil, my definition of it here is that he's, he will do anything to support his self-interests.
Right.
He's not, it might be, he doesn't do evil for the sake of doing evil, really. He doesn't really side.
That's chaotic evil.
Well, he doesn't side with Sauron. He has no. He doesn't care about Sauron. He only cares about
It's chaotic neutral.
Well, no, the chaotic evil. It's the reason he's chaotic evil and not chaotic neutral or chaotic good is because the difference here is he's chaotic because he only cares about himself. He doesn't abide by any other entities. It's no matter what is happening, he's deciding based on his own self-interest, right? And the reason he's evil is because he has no moral barriers when he's gone. He will do I mean, it doesn't matter what he has to do, who he has to betray, or how he has to lie. He'll do whatever he can, you know, to fulfill his own self-interest, right? That's one way to interpret him. And then, like, I think the other side of him is maybe like neutral good, or neutral, or true neutral maybe, or it could be even like lawful neutral, where he's like sort of, he has like, I mean, I feel like the other, like Smeagol is sort of like bound by some rules, like he's trying to like, he wants to be.
That's where lawful comes in. It's because
kind
people
of.
are
It's like
driven by rules, whether
well,
it's
like, yeah, you've
chaos, whether
chosen
it's evil, like whether it's lawful evil,
Well,
or
right.
like Baba Yaga, for example. I mean,
Smeagol has
she
an
ultimately,
agenda, clearly.
Baba Yaga, like, she wants to eat children. She wants to be bad, but, or if nobody knows the story, Scarface, or not Scarface, Two-Face from Batman.
Krampus.
Well, yeah. I was gonna say Batman,
Krampus-
Two-Face from
Krampus
Batman.
only hurts people, you know, when shit's a particular way.
There's
Like,
there's
if you abide
rules.
by- if you abide by the rules,
Two-Face
you're
has a
safe.
coin and he flips it, and if it works
Yeah.
in your favor, good, and if it doesn't, it works in his favor.
Yeah, so he's technically lawful.
He is he is
That's-
lawful
that's-
evil.
This is a tough one to interpret.
I think honestly that would be that we could do a whole episode on D&D.
On alignments.
Yes, D&D
Yeah,
alignments, and just break apart characters.
Dude, we actually really could. So,
I love when they do that. Like whenever
so
they look at
Two-Face is a hard
Legolas,
one.
for
Yeah.
example, and look at what he would have to roll to get.
Oh, dude, Legolas is fucking rolling nat 20s like all fucking day, like.
Or like
you
look
know,
at like Lord of the Rings, for
Exactly,
example,
like,
and
yeah.
then go through and
He's like
decide.
nat 20 after nat 20. It's
Like
crazy.
where Frodo goes to do something and he trips and falls. You know what did he actually roll? You know, there's people
Oh,
who've
man,
looked
that would
through
be
movies
fun.
like that
dude,
and decided.
Dude, honestly, like going through, yeah, that would be a lot of fun. I'm pretty like, I would say I have enough experience in like the D&D world that I can totally do that shit and like really like get in depth about it. Two-Face is an interesting one. Like I feel like
I think that's lawful evil.
Lawful evil. Yeah.
Because
I mean,
he
it's like
he wants to do these bad things, but he is driven by rules. He has rules that that he abides by.
That's a good way to look at it. I think the converse of it is maybe that like he is really chaotic to, you know, to put fate in, you know, in something totally out of your control.
That's Baba Yaga.
I mean,
Baba
it's
Yaga
like-
gives you lofty things to. If you can pass, like if you can find this one golden needle in the haystack, if you can do this impossible thing, I will let you free. But if you cannot, I will eat
converse
you
of
or whatever.
Two-Face is either he could be lawful evil, he could also be, I think he could be chaotic.
Rules are what changes somebody
Well,
from
no,
lawful
I
to
think
chaotic.
I think he is lawful evil, and the reason is because, yeah, it's so. I think good to evil is sort of a spectrum of what you're capable of. Like if you're like the evil character will ultimately has nothing, like no scruples under the circumstance, right?
Like
the
Joker
good
would be
character-
chaotic evil. Evil for
Joker's-
being
Joker's
evil.
chaotic evil, yeah, because he has no scruples and he doesn't know how. I mean, he changes his own rules whenever he wants to.
Right. He's not
You know,
bound by rules.
Exactly. Like he, you know, right. Like I mean, he'll do something for a little while and then he just fucking changes it just on the fly, right? And he really feels like he does whatever he wants to do in the moment, right? And so Joker's chaotic evil because no barriers, no scruples, does whatever he wants, right? Batman is
He's probably lawful good, which is debatably bad.
Well, yeah. So yeah, exactly. So lawful good has like there's the problem with lawful good is it conflicts with the greater good.
Yeah.
You know, like in that like, you know, if you're lawful good, you can't truly serve the greater good. You know, like in that like you have to, in order to maintain that like lawful aspect, like in order to abide by your own rules, you have to put your own rules above the, you know, above the good-naturedness, right? So,
Right.
Whereas, like, Batman knows that by sparing the Joker, more people will probably die, right?
Yeah.
But his rule is that he can't kill him, So, yeah. So it's an interesting thought, man. So yeah, I think Two-Face has got to be lawful evil because like he has. It's interesting. Like I think he, or at least lawful neutral. He might be. Like he's willing to do anything up to murder, right? But his thing is just like the coin flip decides everything, and nothing at all matters besides that.
Right. He's driven by a single law, like a rule.
No, he's insane. The reality is too difficult to cope with.
Like the one character
so
from
it's easier to decide everything belongs to the coin flip.
It's not There Will Be Blood. What's the movie where the guy's
yeah.
He's a killer, but he uses like a coin flip, or he uses rules. You know what I'm talking about? He like had the he had the cow killer thing, and he like.
Oh yeah. No Country for Old Men. Yeah.
He would be like lawful evil.
Yeah.
Like he does things, but he has rules that he abides by.
Yeah. Maybe he's like. Yeah. I mean, Two-Face is almost lawful neutral in that like. My point, it's a debatable thing, and the reason I say he's almost lawful neutral, not lawful evil, is because the lawful aspect of him dominates, like completely dominates the good, neutral, evil side of him.
Right.
In that he does whatever the coin says, dispassionately.
Right.
Well, maybe there's some passion. I don't know. If there's passion to it, then he's lawful evil. And that, like, if he enjoys the murder of the person because the coin says he can, he's lawful evil. But like, interestingly enough, if he takes extreme displeasure in murdering the person, but the coin says he has to, then he can almost be lawful good.
I think that could be a great episode where we look over
all the different, like Danny DeVito. What is Danny DeVito? He's chaotic neutral.
You have to no, not that. We're looking at some of the most iconic characters from movies. Darth Vader's a multifaceted person because Anakin was one thing, but
he's
then
neutral evil. I think no, wait, is he? This is a hard one, yeah, because you have to look at all the different.
Because towards the end of him, yes, he was driven and he wanted the betterment of, wanted the balance and the betterment of the universe.
Can change.
They can.
So.
That's just as characters change, alignments change.
Anakin started as chaotic good, and his chaotic nature led him to become, maybe true neutral, right?
Right.
Which, and then he's lost some of that chaotic stuff. He's kind of like, and then there's also he's not doing good for the sake of it. He's trying to see things from both sides, and then that leads him to eventually become maybe lawful evil.
So I don't think that there's.
No, he was probably never really lawful. He's always been.
I think the only
rules.
Made
his own rules as he saw them.
Well, his rules were.
And they were always flexible.
Well,
right?
it always was what the Emperor wants, what Palpatine desires. He has rules. He has limitations as far as that goes.
It was never blind.
Y'all leave Darth out of this. He's too complex for all that.
He is.
My babe knows about some alignments. We've had lots of conversations about alignments.
Anakin Skywalker all the way up until
chaotic
good all the way up until he is until shit gets crazy. At some point, I feel like after he knows he has children or whatever, that's when his alignment changes. Is when he's when the Jedi Order conflicts with his love life. That's when his alignment changes, and it's he kind of, I think he becomes. He probably switches to lawful neutral, maybe. Like he has his own
He's my perfect match, and I know him best. He's too complex. Look, if you know him well enough, if you know him well enough, you should tell us what alignment you think he belongs to as Darth Vader, not as Anakin Skywalker, not as Padawan.
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
I think he is neutral. And the reason I say that, like, I mean, I'm talking like Darth Vader when, like, in.
What makes somebody evil?
So.
In the alignments.
When I think about alignments, what I think about is a spectrum of what you're capable of. So good, you're always seeking the greater good in every situation. You're empathetic. You want everybody to be happy, right? Neutral, you're like kind of looking out for yourself.
But you also have extremes of that. So you have good, but you have extremes of that where murder and really dastardly and nasty things can happen. And like lawful good, somebody that's lawful good for the better of something could see genocide as something good.
So somebody that's lawful good might have the wrong idea sometimes, and they might be totally fine. I mean, there's a certain amount of delusional that plays into this, and at a certain point, I feel like for really judging alignments, you look at the character's perspective and what they're seeing and how they're explaining themselves, like how they justify what they do.
Right.
And at some point, basically, look, I mean, if from your perspective you can justify every action you do as good, then you are good, right? No matter how delusional.
No matter what spectrum, whether you go to chaotic or lawful, you're still within good.
If you try to justify your action, and you can't do it, like if you can't prove anything more than self-interest, then you are neutral. Right. Right. And I mean that's like you just have to get caught like just once, really. Right. Like and if you're evil when if you can't justify your action also it's clear that you're aware that you're destroying other people or other entities, like that's the point when it's the total disregard for the empathy that makes you evil, I think. So an evil character is capable of anything self-serving.
Doesn't belong. Yes, as Darth Vader, he doesn't belong to any category. I don't give a fuck about Anakin. Everybody fits within one.
Darth Vader probably never quite reached evil, I think, even though he had evil actions sometimes, he always had a justification.
It's like lawful neutral.
Yeah, he may have been lawful neutral. He may have also been true neutral. In that, like, at least... I mean, Anakin also, or Anakin, Darth Vader, whatever, there was never, like, any, like... It was never a blind allegiance to the Emperor. It was always just, like... I mean, it was like he was, like, convinced, but, like, thought into it.
He never enjoyed any of that.
Yeah, he didn't want to hurt anybody. Like, he was conflicted.
It was necessary.
These were all necessary evils. So maybe he's lawful neutral, and that, like, he's lawful and has like this code that he must follow. Like sort of like he's made it up himself, but like he has to like he believes what he believes and he's rigid about it. Right. And and if some innocent people have to die, then it's for the greater good.
That's a stretch,
the tragedy
though.
Of his character.
Right, but there's a thin line between lawful neutral and lawful good, because I've seen characters who were technically listed as lawful good, and they did mass genocides because it was for the better good. Like these things.
At a certain point, when it's ambiguous, not to interrupt, but like I think at a certain point when it's ambiguous. So alignments should be almost entirely the character's perspective initially, but then when there's an ambiguity that you can't solve from the character's perspective, like no matter how you look at it, it could fit one or the other, and look at the outside perspective. That makes Darth Vader evil, right? Because
Right.
the whole universe is just like, this motherfucker is evil, you know? And they have their reasons. It's because, see, you look at the actions that he's done, you know? He's clearly done evil things. And, like, the big question is how Darth Vader justifies them. If he's okay with the evil actions that he's done, then his alignment is evil.
Right.
Right? If he's done these things, you know, and thought it was for the greater good, and like
For the
you know,
stability of the universe, for
yeah,
balance.
Well, yeah, then he's probably neutral. And I mean, I don't know.
Alignments are difficult sometimes.
Yeah, they are. He's an ambiguous character.
I think he's closest to lawful neutral and also chaotic good, and switches between the two. I think more chaotic good when he was Anakin.
Yeah, Anakin was chaotic good. I have no doubt about that. I think Darth Vader had fluctuations of evil. I think, you know, maybe like the conversion of Darth Vader, where I think he might have had a moment of lawful evil in wiping out the Jedi Temple.
So,
for example, like, I mean, I can't. I mean, greater good or not, you know, wiping out the Jedi Temple is an evil thing.
No bueno.
And,
no bueno.
Yeah, and that's. Yeah, it could be. It's probably.
He's chaotic good at the end too, though.
Yeah, he's chaotic
True.
good at the end. I mean, I think chaotic good is his natural alignment. Maybe the alignment is sort of dominated by outside influences. Like, so it's interesting. It's like perhaps maybe the tragedy of him is he has a weak character.
Yeah.
And that like he's chaotic
Malleable.
good. Well, he's chaotic good, but he sacrifices himself. You know, he gives away his personality to be other people's. You know, so he's drawn in by the Emperor's shit or whatever, and becomes the evil character that the Emperor wants him to be, right? And
even
then
before that, the
ultimately,
Jedi
he was always chaotic good, and in the end, he's chaotic good again, right?
Yeah.
And you know, so he has his redemption, and ultimately he ends up as a hero. But you know, but maybe there's like periods where the character where it's just like it's a weakness in his like fortitude as a personality. It's like his personality was dominated by another personality. The Emperor, right? And which is probably what it was, I think. I mean, maybe
he's malleable, you know, like he comes in and
I think he always wants the greater good.
He's weathered by his experiences on Tatooine, and it was Tatooine, right? Where there's the he does like the pod racing and shit, right? And he's basically a slave. He's like a son of a slave, and he's a worker. And
right.
he has the Jedis who are these in his mind are these knights in shining armor that come in and take him on, and all he wants is to be seen in their eyes. So he goes above and beyond to try to stand out, and they're always telling him like he's not enough or he's too old or you know.
I love a complex character. It's when you
which
have a great
is something
character,
you don't see in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was just thinking that. So like Gandalf, lawful good, easy. You know, Sauron, lawful evil, easy.
Yeah.
Right. See, Aragorn is chaotic good, easy. You don't think he's chaotic?
How is he chaotic?
He's chaotic because he does whatever he wants. He lives outside of the laws. You know, he's mysterious. He'll break the rules to get what he wants done.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, that's why. I mean, I think that's easy for me. Sam is lawful good. Frodo is true neutral. Frodo has some inner conflict.
Most of the characters are so fucking
Gollum is the hard one.
Well, because he is a split character.
I think Gollum legitimately has two alignments and switches. you
Yeah.
know, and they're opposites, and that's the drama there. Is that he has two true opposites.
He's
He
probably
has-
the
he
most
has a lawful good, chaotic evil.
He's probably the most complex character actually in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, especially in the movie.
Yeah.
You know, the wraiths are all lawful.
Yeah.
They have no personality whatsoever.
They follow
their
the
personality has been dominated. It's they maybe once had a personality long ago, but it's under the control of Sauron.
Yeah.
And so their entire being is
His rules,
so,
laws.
Yeah, so that's why they are the absolute definition of lawful evil.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else is there? Legolas is neutral good. Gimli. Is Gimli chaotic good or?
He's kind of against the grain kind of guy.
I think he's chaotic good. I think he makes things up as he goes along. But
Legolas was what?
I think neutral good. I don't think he's really lawful. I think he's not. He doesn't fit the mold of other elves. You know, I mean, he would have never been friends with Gimli if he was lawful.
Yeah.
You know, he decides things for himself. He's not really chaotic though. Like he doesn't you know, he thinks through everything. Yeah, I don't know. The definitions for alignments are kind of all up to interpretation.
Yeah.
That's part of the fun. It's like if you can justify your alignment and then nobody can argue with you, you're probably right.
Yeah.
So, you know, me, I'm probably chaotic good, right? I think you're lawful evil.
So let's look. Another thing that we both are into.
Yeah.
What about the boys?
Boys?
So like Homelander.
Homelander, chaotic evil.
He can just do whatever he wants. Well, he wasn't because he was
does
bound by
whatever
law.
he's-
He was bound by rules and regulations and laws before.
Yeah, but alignments can change.
They
So-
can. So
I
he
think
before
I think
he was lawful evil.
I think at one point, so he's
Chaotic neutral.
Yeah, he might have been chaotic neutral at some point. I think he was probably lawful neutral for a while, and then maybe hit like. He's arguably lawful evil. It's a hard one.
Well, at least till the end, because when he starts taking over his own.
I think in the end he's somewhere between neutral and chaotic evil, and that like he has no qualms. He does whatever the fuck he wants. It doesn't matter. You know, he's all powerful.
Yeah.
Right? And you know, anybody below him is worthless. So, Billy is lawful evil.
I could say that.
Maybe he's got. There's too much. Well, I don't know. He might be chaotic.
I was.
Chaotic neutral is to do whatever you fuck alignment. I mean, it's like if you don't want to care about alignments, you just want to, like, you know.
It's just somebody
it's
who
the
was like
easiest one to justify.
100% selfish. 100% selfish.
I don't think he's selfish. He's actually like. I think that
He hates soups, and he will do everything in his power and fuck everybody over to
hard
get
part
rid
is,
of the
like,
soups.
hard part is like, you know, his actual personality is beneath all of that, you know? Like, it's like, he has, like, I feel like actually he can't be evil because he has one or two barriers that he can't cross. Like, sometimes shit hits the fan and he can't, you know?
Yeah.
It's rare. Normally, he'll make the really hard decision, and you know he'll kill his friends if he has to. I mean, there's I mean, one of the barriers he won't cross is he won't cross like his family. You know what I mean? Like that's one that like no matter what happens.
He doesn't really fuck with
Well-
kids either. You know, in that scene where he's in the hospital with the babies, you know, instead of like using the baby to just fucking peer through the place, it's very focused and he treats the baby very delicately.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, I mean, I think he has his barriers where he won't do absolutely evil. But if you take alignment deeper, I mean, it probably is deeper than six characters. I mean, there's probably absolute good and absolute evil, you Jesus Christ being absolute good, Satan being absolute evil, for extreme examples, right?
You gotta either talk into the mic or turn the music down.
Fuck. We don't want to do either of those things.
Okay, music is down. Thanks,
makes
babe.
sense,
Thanks,
though,
babe,
right?
for looking
Like-
out.
I mean, like-
Expanded alignments.
I mean, I think
Expanded alignment chart.
I mean, I'm sure it's out there. I mean, it's like I believe that probably alignment is a little bit deeper. It's just, I mean, the
So
six-
they've got lawful good, social good, neutral good, rebel good, chaotic good,
it's just too much.
chaotic moral. So they've got basically good, moral, neutral, impure, evil.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, like, I mean, I can like.
And it's I'm seeing it. It's like official. I'm seeing multiple.
Yeah, I'm sure it's out there. I mean, I normally, for most practical characters, I feel like the traditional alignments of 6 versions or whatever, the traditional alignment.
Yeah.
I guess it's 9 possible combinations. Whatever the traditional version probably covers most playable characters. It probably covers most characters that have a personality.
All right, they've got a
Right?
Star Wars one.
Well, so wait. So like, hear me out though. Like,
Okay, continue.
Like, if you go past those like 9 combinations, you sacrifice the personality. For example, a pure evil character exists entirely for evil. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is the only personality there.
Yeah.
Like, there's you can't perceive any depth that's decided by other factors, right? A pure good character is the same way, right?
Okay.
So, I think the 9 traditional alignments, or whatever, like the 9 traditional combinations. Well, maybe,
Yeah.
Is it 9?
Yeah.
There's-
9.
Well, you would think 3 times 3, but then you can't have good. You can only have so.
That's true neutral.
Yeah, exactly. So there's good. So there's chaotic good. There's chaotic good. There's chaotic neutral. There's chaotic evil, right? And there is at the same time
Lawful.
lawful good, lawful neutral, and lawful evil. That's 6, right? And then the 7th is true neutral. So there's only 7 alignments.
No, there's 9.
No, there's not, because it's not 3 times 3.
There's
because
neutral good. There's true neutral and
Wait,
neutral evil.
Chaotic neutral.
So you're going from here. So you got chaotic neutral, lawful neutral, true neutral, chaotic good, neutral good, lawful evil, neutral evil, chaotic evil.
Okay, maybe so. I'm just miscounting.
6.
But so there's. I mean, you can't have. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, that works. So yeah, I guess.
This
the
has
traditional
15.
9 I think the traditional 9 probably covers the majority of things. I think it covers the majority of characters that have a personality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I mean, probably. I mean,
this has way more than that.
one of the things that always amazed me about alignments was
Oh, they
how
had vile in it.
Vile?
Past evil.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess there's also like, I mean, there's a lot of ways of expanding on it. Like, you can add a 1 to 10 on evil and good. You get a whole range.
So this is where so starting off with lawful good, Yoda. Social good, we have Obi-Wan. Neutral good, Princess Leia. Rebel good is Luke. Chaotic good is
a lot of these don't make sense to me.
well, we have to just look further because these are in D&D. They've expanded. I mean, what they did was what, fucking 40 years ago? Chaotic good.
Fuck.
What?
Late.
It is. We're getting ready to get off. That is Qui-Gon. Lawful moral is Mace Windu. Rey is social moral. Neutral moral is Ahsoka Tano. So they got chaotic moral as Han Solo.
Well, I guess like
So
moral is like you're bound by. I mean, I would think of it as, you know, you have some sort of moral code, right? You know, there's exceptions to the rule, but you know, there's exceptions to the rule. Like, I mean, you make up your own moral chart, but you're not doing things for the greater good, really. You're doing things. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. But you don't want to hurt anybody. You know. You go out of your way to be morally, you know, to fit the moral definition that you believe in. I guess. I don't know. This is complicated. We can dive in deep to alignments sometime. I would love to. Cheers. Let's get offline.
Yeah.
It's late.
I'm trying to find like expanded alignments, trying to tell me what they are. Ooh. I'm back, phone died. So that was Cruella de Vil.
All right.
8.9%. This aged and barreled series from Crazy Gnome Brewery here in Nashville. I've actually never been there.
They're really cool. They're next door to Main Street, man. It's like literally right in the same parking lot.
I've never been there.
I've been a few times. It's a vibe.
But anyways, guys, we're getting ready to end it. I think in the future we want to do an alignment episode. I think that would be insanely interesting. I'll have we'll have like 15 people that we're gonna pop up, give or take, and then I'll have images up, and then we can describe them. I might even, if we know a certain day we're doing it, get a poll from our viewers to see our friends and viewers. Yes, to see who actually has an opinion on what we think or how we would place them. But either way, guys, we're getting ready to end it for the night. You guys have a great night.
Goodbye,
Me too.
everybody.
Y'all have a great